Flipping around. Down here, gone flipping around. I'm taking my time, I kick a car. I'll tell you something else. Oh no! I killed my friend.
Looking for manga and anime collectibles? We have manga, toy, anime collectibles, complete collections, and so much more at Ultimate Comics.
Welcome to Ultimate Comics. We're the biggest shop in North Carolina, which makes us your pop culture destination. We have everything from Funko Pops to sideshow collectibles, Hot Toys, graphic novels and manga, a whole room dedicated to back issues filled with keys, and a giant wall filled with new comics. So come on down and see all your friends at your friendly neighborhood Ultimate Comics.
Flipping around.
We have 3 shows a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern on our Facebook page. We have key issues, sets, new books, hot variants, and I mean, we do special events all the time. We just had Tankers #1 signed by Rob Venditti available on the show, and we're actually getting those shipped out right now. We're a little bit behind schedule. How are you coming along with that, Rob? You gotta get these out.
I'm going as fast as I can. He's doing covers now? What the fuck? I love it.
Hey kids, want to hear about the best comic book show on YouTube? It's What to Pick Up This Week! Starring Harrison and Sienna from Ultimate Comics. Find out what books to grab each week, from the best stories to the hottest covers, and never be alone again!
What the first appearance this week, you were like,
black suit.
yeah, what? So what's coming out this week? Marvel Comics.
Marvel Comics.
Big new
Let's
release.
start. Yeah.
And they're also doing really cool 1 in 50 symbiote blanks.
Flipping through it, and the art looks phenomenal.
Everyone's gonna be after this. I'm sure it's gonna be double, triple ratio.
So nice.
Yeah, that's him writing it. He had the obviously really long running Flash Rebirth series. James Herring does the Ultra Mega cover, and Tilly Walden and Charlie Adler both do Walking Dead covers.
It captures everything that I love about Superman, like that wish fulfillment, that hopefulness. It's fantastic.
You want photos or you want to kill him?
I want a shot. Some people want that.
Little Francis Hugh does a 1 in 25, and Pepe Larraz does that little sweet 1 in 50. So a lot of really.
You have options.
Number 1.
Both covers.
Well, it's gonna have a lower.
1 in 25
It's
insanely.
gonna have a lower print run.
To do a really beautiful 1 in 25.
No one's gonna want that. Though.
No, Chase Scott Campbell.
Chase Scott Campbell.
Yeah.
Chewie is just like chucking Dingo.
A good horror book,
Yeah.
which this is horror as well, and has to do with the legend of the bunny mask.
You get a gorgeous Peach Momoko aforementioned Scarlet Witch cover. Joe Quesada and Jimmy Palmiotti. It is the Moon Knight exclusive by Joe Gisco.
Hey, please let us host the Eisners next year.
Rick and Morty comics. Like Die, like you.
1 in 50. Yes.
Oh,
yeah. That's a good. Now that's a look.
Now that's a look.
The ears.
That's a look. All right.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
We'll see you next week.
Just got
Mamo? Mamo?
Mamo.
Mamo?
Mamo.
Mamo?
Mamo.
Mamo?
Mamo.
Mamo?
Mamo. Mamo.
I wear my sunglasses anytime I
Boy.
Berserker, Boomer Studios.
Mr. Hybrid, I smell your hybrid. Mr. Hybrid, wandering down the avenue, swinging a cane, feeling no pain. Mr. Hybrid, I smell you.
tomorrow. And I look right to tomorrow. I look it in his one good eye. And I say, I'm Kid Country. Yeah.
Live. There we go. Live.
Live? How live are we, Dan? Are we super live?
Super live.
Nice. Hello. Good evening. This is the Ultimate Comics Live Show. As you probably know, since you're hanging out, you've seen all the stuff. I'm Victor Lewis. I'm going to be hosting tonight. I'm pretty excited about it. Hope you are as well. We got Dan on the ones and twos. We got a whole lot of cool stuff popping up on the show this evening. Before I start putting up books, though, we got to talk a little bit of logistics, such as that claim form. That's both a pinned comment on the video and just available in the actual post for it. If you haven't done this before, I imagine most of you probably have, but if you haven't, you want to go in there and put down your name, address, payment information, all that sort of stuff. And even if you're coming back, it's probably a good idea to make sure that all your stuff is still up to date and ready to happen. All right.
Also store if you're doing a local pickup.
Ooh, yeah, that's right. We haven't got to shipping yet, but I'm chugging on along. It is 100% going to happen. But yeah, if you want to pick up your purchases from this live show, you can go to any of our retail locations, Crabtree, Durham, and Cary, that other one that doesn't particularly matter.
Not Crabtree, but Raleigh.
But Raleigh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See,
close enough.
Yeah. This is what happens when I try and go off script. Just one time, for the first time ever.
I got you.
Thank
We're
you.
good.
I appreciate it, Dan. That shipping is a flat $8, though. I have that much memorized. 100%, because it's the deal of the century. It's been wild to pack up short and even long boxes and ship them out, knowing that someone paid $8 for all of this freight to be lifted and carried and put somewhere else. That shipping information heavily depends on that claim form. So you, again, definitely make sure your address and a name linked to it are in there. Invoices go out on Sunday. It'll be the invoice for the entire week, all the shows that have happened. We had one on Tuesday. We got one tonight. Your invoice will include both of the things, both of the days, both of the shows, and all the stuff that you purchased. Layaway is what I'm going to talk about next, because we have a layaway plan that I had to ask Dan about to make sure that I have my numbers correct. It is a 10% down payment and a 15% payment after that for 6 months, because that's how math works.
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, cool. See, I did that in my head. We're making it happen. We're doing all the stuff. But yeah, there's an item that pops up that is a little bit pricier than you might want to pay. We do have a couple of those this evening. You can put it on layaway. There's no interest on that layaway plan. If you do have a layaway currently active, you can pay it off and put something else on layaway, but we do ask that you have only one layaway active at any given moment. I think that about covers it. We feeling good? Yeah?
I think so.
All right, let's start putting up some books. Let's do some things. For our first one here on A, I'm going to put down A for April Fool's. Got this Harley Quinn and the Suicide Squad April Fool's Special #1. Hanging out, $5. Insane cover. Pretty sure that's probably Man Bat, but I don't really know a lot of stuff. B.
It very well could be.
B for Blade Runner. Can you tell that I put these aside before we got going? I got the first issue of the Marvel Comics Blade Runner in very fine condition for just $12. Honestly, I was thinking about just putting this away for myself. But instead, I'm just going to put it right here because I don't necessarily need to get high on my own supply. I don't need to be buying the comics that I'm putting up on the show. Now, do I?
The people.
Yeah, right? You know, I'm trying to give them to people. I'm also trying to give away this issue of Spawn here, issue #2, the first appearance of Violator, which, I mean, I guess that's one of the few major first appearances that isn't covered within the first issue. But speaking of Violator, I have the 3-issue set of the Violator solo series. If you're into Spawn stuff, these are in near mint condition, and it is 3 issues worth of just Violator alone doing gross demon things that Violator is prone to do.
All right. Eddie Page is taking A. George Theophanopoulos is taking C.
Okay.
James Franklin or Jason Franklin wants to know if you would do 10 on B. You have it at 12 for that Blade Runner.
Yeah, let's make some deals already. Let's do it. Let's go.
Save you from the.
Yeah, save me from myself.
Exactly.
If somebody clears out D, that would make me really happy because you know what we forgot. We forgot to talk about the share price.
Oh yeah, we
100% forgot to. I forgot to talk about the share price. This is our share price this evening. You've seen it before. The Ultimate Comics exclusive War of the Bounty Hunters cover. It's by Tommy Lee Edwards. It's still the Moon Knight painting. It's not the original art for that. But yeah, Share prize, it's pretty self-explanatory. You share this video and in all the feeds, groups, whatever that you're in, each share is one entry to win. Your entries are unlimited. Share as many times as you want. We will determine a winner at some point via RNG, and I'll tell you who it is, and you'll take this free sick book on home.
Would you do D for 12? Give it an 18 for that Violator set. That Alan Moore.
I would do it for 14. It's at 18?
Yes.
Yeah, a clean $4 off. I'll do it for 14.
All right, Dan Grant, let us know if 14 works for you.
In the meantime, I'm going to have this Secret Wars Infinity Gauntlet second issue. It is one of the variant covers. This is the Jake Forbes 1 in 25. I'll put this back up on A. That, like, I'm pretty sure that's Riri in, like, a Nova Corps costume. That is wild.
That is sick.
What a power set.
14 works for Dan.
Okay. It's kind of nice that I haven't been able to keep anything on the board.
Yeah.
I'm sure things will pile up eventually. I had a couple people asking about it during the March Madness show, but now this is popping up. The complete 4-issue series of Fantastic Four versus the X-Men. It is pretty ridiculous. I had the pleasure of reading this, not this exact copy, but I wanted to look into it post that March Madness show, and it is exactly as wild as I expected it to be.
Marcario Berry's taken A.
Yeah, that's great. I have more than one copy of that.
Oh, sweet. So if anybody else wants a copy, still got more.
This is the last one. I mean, I don't have an infinite reserve. I just had 2. So, yeah, this is the last one over here. That is a set. I had more sets lined up. See, I had like a whole thing I was going to do, but now we're just getting down to the nitty gritty of things. This whole Magic 4-issue limited series is the origin of magic and also how magic becomes Darkchild. I'm pretty sure Darkchild is spelled in the super edgy 90s fashion with a Y. Someone fact check me on that. But yeah, 4-issue set, $60. Origin of magic and her transformation into Darkchild. C for child. Nice. That even works still.
David Fitz is going to take B.
Cool. Love to see it. Man, I love selling sets. Selling sets is the best.
So I was putting together a lot of sets on Monday. It was like super fun.
All right, yo, Sonic is a Hedgehog. Is Tails a fox?
Yes.
Cool. F for fox because here is Sonic the Hedgehog's buddy Tails. I like the like slight Jimmy Olsen reference there. Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen. Sonic's buddy Tails.
I'm glad you got that up tonight though, because it's tonight's when the movie comes out.
Is it out today?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so juiced. This is gonna be so good. I'm so excited.
I'm so stoked for
it. Dude. The first
one,
one,
Elba as friggin' Knuckles.
It's so tight. I took too long to watch the first one. I don't want to get too distracted with books, but I watched the first one because a dude named Gene Park is a journalist that I respect, and he loved it. But this Batman, specifically a little older Batman, issue 353 over here, in that 70s Batsuit, which I think is my favorite. I like the blue and gray quite a bit. B for Batman.
It's a Secret Wars Infinity Gauntlet #2 variant.
The 1 in 25 variant specifically.
We had a Harley Quinn book up already. We will keep an eye out for more too.
Yeah, I'm sure more Harley Quinn will show up eventually.
And I believe our Star Wars show is like the first week of May.
I'll tell you what, since we've been selling books like this, I'm feeling pretty hot. I would love for someone to buy this trade paperback of the Federal Bureau of Physics. I liked this book a lot. It's very cool. I have this at $7. That's a deal for this first trade paperback. This story rules. If you like weird stuff, the premise of it is the laws of physics themselves are breaking down. Like reality is crumbling, and the government has set up like a wing to try and send people into quantum space and like put things back together manually. It's wild. It's a wild thing. I hope somebody picks that up.
That almost sounds like Department of Truth meets like the Manhattan Project.
Yeah, it's a crazy thing,
awesome.
And I really enjoyed it.
I'm curious about that now.
I'll do this X-Men 92, the 4th issue of it, and a variant cover, a David Nakayama variant cover, 1 in 25 for just $10. Since it's a variant, that's like the selling point. I feel like I should highlight the art just a little bit.
Will we have any slabs tonight?
We will have some slabs tonight. I mean, yeah, they are on the way.
Sweet. Hey, Rhonda, welcome.
Welcome, Rhonda. Hello. I've got this Punisher Marvel Knights Collected Edition. It is one book. It's not a set of two. It's one book because it was a republish of the first 2 issues. But that is what this is. It is Collected Marvel Knights.
Matthew's taken X-Men 92 on E.
All right. Go ahead and get that down.
And Ryan's saying he's feeling a layaway in his future.
There might be. There is specifically some stuff that I'm interested in. And when I see something and I kind of raise my eyebrow a little bit, I know that other people are going to be interested. For just $4, the first issue of DC's Superboy, that Lemire Superboy, that's what kind of got me into him a little bit. That and Young Justice, but everybody loves Young Justice too.
Oh, yeah. Show is so good.
Since we have Marvel Knights, why don't we keep the Punisher going with this Batman Punisher Marvel DC crossover? I actually haven't read this, but judging by the Batsuit, that's got to be Azrael.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's gotta be.
Yeah, which is the only Batman that would ever team up with Frank, probably. Watch there be like another Batman Punisher crossover, and I'm just about to get dunked on in the comments. Just absolutely backboard shattered.
I'll filter that for you.
No, man, I want you to filter anything. I want to know. I want to know what happens in the chat, especially if somebody points out how dope my shirt is. I'm doing the Spider-Man flex. It feels really nice. I like it.
Hey, Doug. Yeah, it has been a while. Glad to see you.
Welcome back.
Jen says there's a layaway around every corner.
I mean, makes it sound like it's like a trap that we're just waiting to spring on people.
That's it. Yes.
That's
what it is.
I've got the Boom Studios Go-Go Power Rangers #1 hanging out here. More art I'd like to highlight just because it's pretty cool. Coming in at clean $8. See, now we reach the point where I have a full board. And I get to pick what goes away. We did already have 1A go off. I feel like that cover is still dope enough that Riri Nova is still pretty cool.
Yeah, we've at least had a question about it too. So
Yeah. Someone's going to be interested in that. People love variants. Let's go with the old Batman. The Batman Joker 70s might not be getting her done this particular evening because magic should stay. Logically, the Federal Bureau of Physics is what should go. That's the most niche thing up here. But I'm going to leave it up one more round.
yeah. Plus, anything that gets put in the box will come back during the last look.
Right, it will absolutely come back during last looks. I feel like we have a couple higher priced things up, but I don't think this will last particularly long because I have the Charlton Comics $6 Million Man, the first issue of it, no less, which means it also counts as the first appearance of the $6 Million Man. So yeah, that book is also going to be in very fine to near mint condition. It's in really good shape. I mean, I know you can't see anything. It just makes me feel better to hold it up.
We have a question about your shirt.
Do you?
Are those Tiny Amazing Fantasy 15s?
They are Tiny Amazing Fantasy 15s. And like the fill-in space is comic panels. I love this shirt. It's so sick. It's so sick. All right. It is niche. I accept that. Federal Bureau of Physics can find a home in the last looks box. Maybe I'll knock the price down next time I see you. I'll just try and give that to somebody for like $3. Something insane. Someone read this. I'm going to put up this Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man annual, the 4th year worth of annual, where we get into like Aunt May backstory. The only reason I know any of that is because I was just talking about this with Dan and how ridiculous this backstory issue is. Aunt May was like dating a criminal man, and Ben Parker was just sadly like following her around. And then he just gets straight up arrested because Ben drops a dime on him. And then Aunt May realizes she loved Ben all along. I don't know if that's sweet or not, but hey, it had a good ending for our boy Peter.
We might have some Joe Hill books in the box. I'm not actually sure, but we'll keep an eye out.
Yeah, I can keep an eye while I'm flipping through, for sure. Well, Tails is probably our oldest friend.
Probably. Well,
we can swap him out.
Yeah.
We'll see him again. That movie is on the horizon. I'll replace him with something much, much cheaper. Got this Simpsons super spectacular, super sized first issue. Been taking the post-its off just to show the art a little bit more, but that is just $5. Go ahead and put that down.
Barkman and Radioactive Man.
The crossover you've all been waiting for.
Whatever Homer is.
All right, I'm going to ditch the Secret Wars variant and replace it with this Superior Iron Man variant with this like Clash reference.
Yes.
The hip hop covers are pretty cool, and having like rock homage covers is pretty neat. It's too bad that it's not a series. It's just the What the Duck variant that features Howard the Duck. I do like the reinterpretation of the Clash as She Smash, where She-Hulk just beats Howard into the ground. I think that's very funny.
All right. Jason Rhodey is taking D. Joey Terrazas is taking The Simpsons on F.
Nice. What?
Punisher is just taking a nosedive.
Oh, yeah. It's my favorite thing to knock things off. I love being unbelievably smooth and put together. It's so obvious. Let's see. F and D are both open. Tell you what. I know I saw some interesting stuff over here. Yeah, I totally did. Which issue is this? 12? Yep. All right, I've got the 12th issue of Philadelphia, but it's the Todd McFarlane cover variant.
Oh, shoot.
Which I think is pretty neat. Mostly because Philadelphia is pretty neat. Reorganize myself a little bit back here. And let's keep slightly unusual stuff coming. Because this here is the 33rd issue of Superman Adventures, the like WB adaptation comic. Except this particular Superman comic is written by Mark Millar.
Oh, shoot, really?
Like, just imagine Mark Millar writing animated Superman happy-go-lucky child adventures. I think that sounds weird and delightful, potentially.
Yeah, he's not a child-friendly writer by any means.
No, he's not the most cuddly man. For sure.
That's got to be interesting. I'm curious about that myself.
Let's see here.
Just how different the Wanted comic is from the movie. It's just so jarring.
I'm going to be real with you, man. I like that movie a lot.
Yeah, no, I like it too.
It is very different, though. It's not the same thing in the slightest.
Well, that's the thing, because I experienced the movie first. So then when I read the book, I was just like, oh.
All right. Still got $6 Million Man. We still got Magic. Let's see. Which of you needs to find a new home? Honestly, it might be Magic.
It might be, yeah.
It's either Magic or Punisher. Punisher did take a nosedive. Let's take it as a sign. We'll keep the Batman Punisher crossover just for fun. And we'll replace that with an oldie here. Issue 144 of The Mighty Thor in very good plus condition. It's what's going to be hanging out. And I'll tell you what. We will go ahead and refresh a couple things. We will take out the Batman Punisher crossover. We will replace it with the 11th issue of the Marvel Transformers comic, the first appearance of Jetfire, no less. The first appearance of various Transformers are your bag. I totally understand. Transformers are rad as hell, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Magic probably should go, but
Doug's taking the Superior Iron Man on A.
cool. I have more than one of those, actually. So we can leave that up. Just for a little while. See if anybody else wants that Clash cover.
Would you do Thor for 14? You would at 16 for
I would.
Matthew?
Sure. That's fine.
Let's see.
Thor just opened up on G, right? So let's do Mystery in Space issue 91 with that full body Adam Strange on the cover. I feel like I've talked about it in the live show before, but I recently got into Adam Strange after watching like the DC, like the short for him. I think it was on the Jason Todd movie on HBO.
Doug is taking Transformers on H.
Cool. come get that off in a second.
How much did we have the Punisher Batman for? Can you give a second?
Oh yeah, a little bit of box necromancy.
Yeah.
I love that. $8.
$8.
$8 is what the Punisher Batman is at.
All right, Chris, let us know if you're interested in that one still. The other book in your combo offer had sold before I got your combo offer in.
Ooh, gotta be faster on the draw with those combo offers. Because you know that I love them. I will take them, dog. Won't even think about it.
Our very own Zach is taking Superman on F.
Nice.
So, Zach, you gotta let me know how. Oh, there goes Superboy. How
Help
Mark
me,
Millar
Tom
handles
Cruise.
this.
That's cool that Zach's tuning in. Well, Superboy's been up there a hot minute. Superboy can go anyway. Back in the box with you. And I will place it with this crazy looking thing. This retroactive, retro-focused DC line.
That's sick.
Like a 70s focused retelling of Green Lantern things, just like a little blast from the past sort of deal. Featuring Green Arrow, which really does put you back in the 70s mindset. But if the 70s aren't entirely your bag, I've got another retroactive from the 1990s
Just thanks for letting us know.
with my boy, Kyle Rayner. So I'll put both those retroactives down here next to each other.
Sweet. Yeah, and just like before, feel free to make a combo offer on those as well.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. I can take combo offers. I'll tell you what, that She-Hulk is a What the Duck variant. So I've got a Jenny Frison Miss Marvel What the Duck variant as well. In that like Art Nouveau style. Pop that down here for a clean $5 on H. H for Howard. Yeah. Making it happen.
Edward says he keeps thinking that I is a Christmas book.
What is on I? Does it look like a Christmas book?
Power Rangers.
A Power Rangers Christmas issue
There was a Christmas
would
special.
be really cool. I feel like I would like it. All right. Magic probably needs a new home. / Dark Child, I suppose. CHYLDE. And I will replace it with the first of a couple things tonight that I have no idea what it is, and I would love for someone to tell me. Because this is Ryan Otley's Sea Bear and Grizzly Shark. The tagline, they got mixed up. Yeah, I would imagine they did, Ryan. It looks absolutely insane. I feel like this is a comic that was selling on shock value alone. But if it's really cool, I want you to tell me.
I read one issue of that because I picked it up at like $1 sale, and it's just one of those things that's just so dumb.
So
it's fun.
The reason this is $30 though is it's the second print, which is significantly rarer.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
there's no way a book like that has a high print run.
Exactly. And yeah, as I've said on the show before, what ends up worth money is often what nobody keeps. But yeah, if you've read Sea Bear Grizzly Shark, I would like to know about your experience. I'm going to go ahead and take off the Clash Superior Iron Man She-Hulk cover. I'll tell you what. Got this like super set that I want to put up. I've had this waiting in the wings. So I just put this together and I'm super stoked. This is 11 comics worth of Cosmic Ghost Rider. It's absolutely insane. Yeah. This is both Cosmic Ghost Rider Destroys Marvel History and Revenge of the Cosmic Ghost Rider. Both of those sets, 2 full Cosmic Ghost Rider madness things. I like it when stuff like this happens, like when Deadpool killed the Marvel Universe and then Deadpool Illustrated followed it up. Like, this is a super set that I'm pretty into. I hope somebody else is into Cosmic Ghost Rider as well. I'm going to put the super set at $70 up here, 11 comics worth of juice on A for $70. Philadelphia can probably find a new home.
Dan Grant's taking that Cosmic Ghost Rider set.
Nice.
And then what is the condition on B?
That the condition on B is very fine to near mint. Very fine plus, near mint minus, kind of riding the line. It hasn't been cleaned or pressed or anything, so take that for what you will.
And what is on I?
Is I still Power Rangers?
Still
I is
Power
still Power
Rangers.
Rangers. Yeah, this is the Boom Studios Go Go Power Rangers. It is the first issue with the Megazord and the team cover and all that.
We're all caught up.
Heck yeah, I'd love to see it. Let's see. Sort of similar to the Superman, the Mark Millar Superman. I've got this Ed Brubaker Catwoman, which looks like a Brubaker comic, doesn't it?
It does.
And like that's pretty distinctive. But yeah, this is the 5th issue of the Brubaker Catwoman series. Put that right here on D. I feel like the letter on I needs to straighten up a little.
It's
My man is leaning.
it's not having a good time.
It's really not. Oh man, I need to fix this or I might die probably.
We had a Transformers book up already, but yeah, we'll keep an eye out for Transformers and then any G.I. Joe.
Transformers and G.I. Joe?
Together and or separate.
I mean, yeah, I can
Yeah.
I can definitely find those things. There we go. Now I is repaired.
You're a hero.
Heck yeah. I'm gonna put this G.I. Joe up as a placeholder, just while I go try and find the Transformers that I saw earlier. G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, issue 73. Put that up here at $8 here on A. And I know for a fact that I saw something cool. I just have to go find it.
We had a Spawn book up and the Violator earlier, but we can keep an eye out for some more Spawn. We also had that McFarlane variant of Philadelphia.
We did have that McFarlane Philadelphia.
Zach's taken G.I. Joe on A.
Well, I was hoping I would have a little bit more time. I know I saw something cool. Yeah, Joe on A.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I got my like reserve back here.
Would we do Miss Marvel on H for 4? You have it at 5 for Eddie Page.
Sure, absolutely. And I have more than one of those, so that's just going to be a deal now. Make a little post-it note.
Oh, you said you made it. Gotcha.
Yeah, I said I'll make a little post-it note.
I heard I'll need it. My bad.
Boop.
Randy's gonna take a Miss Marvel on H.
Cool. We have one left.
And then I got an offer for you.
Ooh, what is the offer?
Would you take 50 for the $6 million man?
50? That's fair. That's a completely fair offer. Sure.
Sweet.
I feel like asking for condition and then following up with an offer shows a whole lot of interest. I hate to conduct this like a job interview. It's kind of the opposite of just like, oh, like, yo, I just want to give you the stuff that you're looking for, dog. Zach is going to kill me trying to find this Transformers that I know for a fact I saw. Here's a Spawn, though.
Would you do 7 for D and I together? Comes out to 12.
7 for D and I together. Is it the Power Rangers? 7 for D and I is a little too good of a deal. I can do 10. 10 for D and I together is what I can call that. And I can also put up the 8th issue of Spawn with McFarlane homaging McFarlane because no one loves McFarlane more than McFarlane.
That is true.
For $6 up here on A. And I'll put down a Chris Claremont X-Men Classic issue 198 with the Mohawk Storm and all that jazz on B.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye out for those Transformers, and then Dan, don't forget too, we have that Mega set still available as well. If you want to message us about that, if you're still
okay,
still interested.
All right, I got it.
No worries, Steven. Thanks for letting us know.
So Bear, is Steven the guy that had the offer for the 2?
Yes. for D&I.
Okay, I'm going to take Power Rangers off. I'm going to leave the Brubaker Catwoman because I'm a man with extreme biases. And I'm going to put up Transformers issue 67, which is the cool thing I was talking about, because this is a Transformers with a late Jim Lee cover.
That is cool.
Which is pretty neat. This is the cool thing I was talking about. I'm glad I found it. Yeah, Transformers issue 67 with this late Jim Lee cover. And I'll tell you what, since we're talking about Jim Lee, I can take down this wild second print Sea Bear Grizzly Shark vibes. I'm sure we'll talk about it later. And I'll put up this Wild Storm Jim Lee artwork spotlight. Characters that you may not entirely know about for just $10. 2 Jim Lee things on the board.
Ron Whip's taking that Spawn 8 on A.
Nice.
Zach is taking that Transformers on I.
All that Jim Lee action.
For sure, yeah.
Let's do some weirder stuff. I've got the March 1987 issue of Mad Magazine with this Max Headroom cover that we had to explain to some people here in the Ultimate Comics warehouse for just $10. And another magazine-sized thing, it's actually a bag, like a comic book store bag from 1989. And it's relevant because that's John Romita Sr. art.
What?
Like for, yeah.
That's awesome.
I think this, yeah, it says on sale here, so it's not a subscription protection bag. This was in a store. So, yeah, I think that's an interesting little thing. I'm sure someone will ask questions about it, and I will love to answer those questions every time.
Some comics history.
Yeah, a little bit of comics history.
Would you do A and B together for 12? It comes out to 16.
Let's take a look. A and B together for 12. That is a solid deal. And because it's a combo offer, the price of Uncanny X-Men will remain the same. But I do have more than one of those Uncanny X-Men's.
What is on C?
That's a great question. What is on C? C is the Wildstorm imprint Jim Lee Spotlight. Just a bunch of Jim Lee Wildstorm artwork. It went along with the Transformers Jim Lee cover, but that one's gone now. I hope that person that was looking for some Spawn is still hanging out, because I'm going to put some Spawn up on A. With this Spawn issue 152. Darkness.
Cool.
Darkness. The darkest, grittiest darkness you've ever seen. In near mint condition for $20.
It's C signed.
Is C signed? I don't believe so. No, it's not. Unless there's like a factory signature, which you would probably know more about than I would, honestly.
Oh, Rick. Rick is tuning in from Jamaica.
Whoa. Going international.
And Rhonda, who's asking about that Spawn, is taking Spawn on A.
Tell you what, Spawn lives on A. Spawn lives on A with issue 35. Which, oh man. What are their names? Is it Sam and Twitch?
Yeah.
Did it. Nailed it.
First try.
First try.
And then what is on I?
Heck yeah, I knew it would happen.
I got 2 questions about it at the same time.
I is a comic shop bag, I think, because it says Marvel Comics on sale here. I don't think it was a subscription thing, but what it is John Romita Sr. artwork on this comic bag.
That's awesome.
Which is pretty neat, honestly. And stuff like that you just are not really going to see elsewhere. Like that Nightfall poster that we had.
The thing is so...
That was only in comic shops, so nobody has it.
Would you do those 2 Green Lantern retroactives together for $8? It comes to 10.
I would. I would absolutely do that. I'll tell you what. That deal is open for anybody else that wants it. Act now.
We had more?
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah, we do. We have these two specifically up on the lot right now. Yo, I'm going to let you think on that and let you cook. These two for $8. I'm not going to waste a post-it note. Both the Green Lantern retroactive for $8. I'm going to find some comics while you ruminate.
Robert says weird stuff tonight.
It's always weird stuff.
Yeah, we're having fun. Cool stuff.
Cool stuff. Also, not too weird stuff. We've got like Batman and Spawn and X-Men and Spider-Man. Wearing a whole ass Spider-Man shirt.
For real. A double package of Spider-Man shirts. But yeah, I mean, we're evening out the the weird stuff.
Yeah,
with the
yo,
more
I'll tell you what.
traditional.
We can get significantly less weird. just for whoever said it smells weird in here. What goes? Adam Strange, you should stay. I like Adam Strange right now. This comic book shop thing, the Miss Marvel, Howard the Duck can probably scoot for this full set, this full 66-72 plus the Giant, Wolverine, Old Man Logan, complete set. Speaking of Mark Millar, complete set, first printing of Old Man Logan, which, I mean, that's a bucket of first appearances. I feel like I don't have to list them, but yeah, like first Old Man Logan, first Old Man Hawkeye, first dinosaur Venom. Venom's a dinosaur in that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's all sorts of crazy stuff in Old Man Logan. If you know, you know. That is a full set's worth of Old Man Logan.
Got some confirmation that weird is good.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. It's good to know folks are like looking out. / like enjoying the weird things that I'm doing, I guess.
I'm here for it.
Don't forget those 2 Green Lanterns are $8. I'm going to highlight that one more time. I would love to sell that as a set. That sounds really fun. And let me see what time it is. It's like 7:30?
Yeah, 7:37. Ryan says he's back after 20 years of not collecting, so he has no idea who Old Man Logan is.
Woo! Hey, man. Old Man Logan rules.
It's so much fun.
It's so cool. Old Man Logan is like far future, obviously a dystopian, but in a believable, broken down way. Like not like a cyberpunk dystopia, but just the world is shuttered to a halt. It's almost Mad Max-esque.
It's very Mad Max-esque, and then like the country is split up into different territories. That's like
all ruled by predictable people.
Yes.
Like, of course, Hulk is just like this area of Midwest. This is mine. I live here. Go away. Old Man Logan rips.
It's so good. Like, if you liked the Logan movie, it's like that, but more intense and just more off the walls.
More comic book is what it is.
Actually,
more comic book.
Would you do A for 7? You have it at 10 for Ron Wick?
Sure. For name alone, Ron Wick.
And what is on B?
B is a Chris Claremont X-Men, issue 198 to be exact. 198 X-Men featuring Mohawk Storm on the cover, Chris Claremont story, all that jazz. I mean, I was actually about to take it down, but then you brought it up. But I feel like the Green Lanterns are what should logically go. So I can leave Storm up, take these Green Lanterns off the table. As cool as they are.
Do you have a World Series prediction? Paul says baseball started today.
I do not, but I know that a man in my office was wearing all Braves gear today, and his passion for F1 racing got me into F1 racing. His passion for baseball, I might just be a Braves fan because of him. So that's my official prediction is Braves all the way, baby.
Nice. Just kind of absorb that by like osmosis.
Dude, I love when people love things.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Okay, so why don't we do our first slab of the evening, huh?
You just had a request for a slab.
Nice.
Perfect time.
So we're going to do the craziest slab that I have available to me currently. We were talking about, weird stuff tonight. Yeah, weird stuff tonight. Such as a Valiant Comics Shadow Man #1 in baffling 9.9 CGC graded condition. This is the only 9.9 on the CG census, and there is not a 10.0. This is the highest graded Shadow Man in existence. First issue, CGC graded. That is wild. That's a wild thing. I feel like I don't see the gold CGC number ever.
Yeah.
So when it pops up, I'm always just a little bit taken aback. Just, oh no, that's crazy.
Yeah, and that's our exclusive as well. So our exclusive.
Ooh, and it's our exclusive?
Yeah.
Nice. In the meantime, since we have 2 slots open where Green Lantern once stood, I'm going to put down 2 sets of fun stuff. The Aliens Adaption, all issues 1 through 4, full set from Dark Horse, the Dark Horse Aliens, which I really love. Victor Weird Guy out here making it happen. And because I love Dark Horse Aliens so much, I also have Earth War, which is one of my favorite arcs outside of Genocide, that I'm going to put up as well. Same thing, all issues, all 4 Dark Horse Aliens, 2 sets worth. And I'm not going to be mad if you try and make a combo offer. Not going to be upset in the slightest.
Any signed comics tonight?
I do have a couple signed comics. Go ahead and draw that out.
Oh, the sticky note. You can put the sticky note back on F for Earth War.
Did the sticky note fall off?
I don't know if it fell off or if you just didn't put it back on after you showed off the cover.
Oh, that sounds like me. Boop. Hey, hopefully that means somebody wants to buy those aliens. Love me some aliens, dog.
Hopefully.
So I do have a signed thing. A signed thing for the North Carolina Comic-Con. This is the North Carolina Comic-Con exclusive, signed by the writer, signed by Jody. Yeah, of Mother Panic, the Young Animals imprint, with this Gotham hero that's like cybernetically enhanced and a little bit insane. Like, it's for mature people. It's like created by Gerard Way and Tommy Lee Edwards, I think, is what.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is a wild thing, and I'm going to replace it. We're going to leave the Romita art. We're going to replace the Brubaker Catwoman with this signed Mother Panic. And apparently, Jody normally signs just JHS, but because this was like a convention thing, he had time to sign his full name, which I think is funny. I like anecdotes from stuff like that, where someone from Ultimate Comics was there, like, hey man, can you sign this like Comic-Con variant real fast, and like watched it happen and got to say, well, hey, that's different than your usual signature. And just neat little thing.
What is on I? It's that Marvel Comics bag.
It is. It's a John Romita Sr. Marvel Comics comic book shop bag from the mid-'80s that's been kept in this crisp condition by someone who is presumably as insane as Tarney is. And he's still here, so I'm allowed to say that. Not even talking behind anybody's back. Love him.
Have any George Perez tonight? We'll keep an eye out.
I will keep an eye out.
David Fitz is saying that was a great year at NC Comic Con. He remembers that book. Yeah, I like that book a lot. I like the whole Young Animal line. I thought that was a lot of fun.
It is. Let me know when someone asks for a hip hop variant. I got something for you, dog.
I'm sure we got a few people that are
okay. So we've had this comic bag from the senior Romita here for a while. I'm gonna put this gingerly in this box sideways because it's in a magazine bag. I'm going to replace it with something that I think is pretty interesting, which is a full set of this Marvel Comics Chronicles. So this is 5 issues worth of stuff. Let me pick up the rest of it. X-Men Chronicles Fantastic Four Chronicles, Daredevil Chronicles, Fantaco's Chronicles series featuring the history of the Avengers, and of course the history of Spider-Man. 5 issues worth of this Chronicles series that sort of just like features the history of the characters so far, checklists for issues if you were collecting at the time, interviews with current creator teams, which included Chris Claremont and Frank Miller and people like that. Like, it's, oh, yo, this has Perez in it, because Perez was working during this era. So yeah, it's got interviews, artwork, checklists for collectors, all this stuff. 5 issues worth of Marvel Chronicles from all the major lines at the time. Weird stuff, baby.
Would you do D, the Mother Panic con exclusive for 18? You have it at 25 for Ed Weird.
For 18, I'll do it for a flat 20. Since it was like a convention exclusive. Yeah.
All right, Ed
Flat
Weird,
20.
let us know if 20 works for you. We got that request for hip hop variants.
Yeah, great.
Would you do I, that Marvel Chronicles set for 18? You have it at 24.
Same thing, flat 20. Flat 20, you can take it home.
Alright, Dan, let us know if 20 works for you. Ed Weird's countering 19 from your 20 on Mother Panic.
I'm pretty strong on that 20, I feel like. Being convention stuff, being like Ultimate Comics.
We rarely take offers on anything that's one of our exclusives as well. Dan says that 20 works for the Marvel Chronicles.
Cool.
I don't know if we have any adventures into Fear, but we'll keep an eye out for that. That's definitely like a set we would put together for sure.
All right, so far we got the Ultimate Comics, Shadow Man, Baffling 9-9 CGC. I'm going to take that Claremont off. Mother Panic, 2 Alien sets, Adam Strange, Mystery in Space, and a full set of Old Man Logan first printings. Full set.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Full set. Not just the first one. Full set.
John, we did not sell the bag yet. It is just in the last looks box. But if you're still interested, we have it for, was it $8?
It is $8. The Ramita bag is $8. Secure that bag, dog. Down here on I'm going to put these older prints of the Hush story split into 2 trade paperbacks instead of the one like absolute collection that you see most of the time. These are going to be out of print. They're going to feature those classic muted Hush tones. Both of them for $20. Both in near mint minus condition.
Brian was saying the problem with shows like this is when I show up with X books in mind I want, then you set something down which I didn't want or didn't know of, and then I'm torn. You guys are drug dealers.
I know.
Where do you think our paychecks
I
go?
spend too much money.
Would you do the bag for $6 for John Thurber?
I would absolutely do the bag for $6. That's fine by me. I hope that you keep Marvel Comics in it, or like frame it, or do something crazy.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
I'm a little shocked that the Shadow Man is still here. Do I have an open spot? I do. I have an open spot.
Is that that's a Crane cover, right? Shadow Man?
Let's take a look. It is.
Yeah, people have been asking about Clayton Crane for a minute.
It is a Clayton Crane cover.
Would you do I for 15? You have it at 20, the Hush set.
Sure. I can do that for 15.
That is going to George Theophanopoulos.
And I'll tell you what, since that's magic, we'll put down this super duper out of print Batman Venom. Unbelievably out of print.
Yes.
So out of print that it's crazy. This is the first print of it. I mean, yeah, it's the origin of Venom, if that's something that like matters, but more it's just an exploration of what happens when Batman goes way too far. Yeah, super duper out of print. Is there like a more recent printing of Venom, or has DC kind of left it in the past because drugs?
I don't think there has been one.
That wouldn't really surprise me, given how controversial it was both at the time and like still manages to be as well. Now here on B, I'm going to put up a 4-issue set of this Dracula adaptation, not of the movie necessarily, but of the quote classic novel by Bram Stoker. 4 issues worth of Dracula from an imprint I've never heard of before, Eternity Comics. can't really speak to what's inside of this. I wish creators were listed on it, but that gothic style artwork is kind of killing me a little bit.
I was going to tell you how sick that looks.
Yeah,
when I handed it to you earlier.
it's really cool.
Joey is taking Batman Venom on Eye.
All right. And Eye is the Batman spot. Might have to see if I can dig up another Batman to put up there. Let's see. Let's see what's popping. Let's see if I got another Batman. It's not necessarily a trade, just a comic would do.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's neat. I'm gonna put that aside. All right, it's a weird Batman. Hey, this is what we're doing, I guess.
It's our thing.
I've got this DC super 100-page spectacular Batman comic that cocks in at $40 in fine condition because this is the first appearance of Anthony Lupus, the aptly named werewolf villain. It's funny when like creators run out of ideas and just like, what's the werewolf name? Lupus, Lupin, Wolfman, Jake Wolfman. That's his name. We did it.
Willie T was saying that Dracula thing is a good read. He got it when it came out all those years ago.
Is that the same Old Man Logan guy?
No, it's a different guy. Would you do Dracula for 7? You have it at 10 for Rhonda.
You know what, Rhonda? Mostly because of that endorsement of that's a really good read. You know me and sets. I love giving them to people who will read them. I hope you read it, Rhonda.
Oh, that's cool. John Thurber said that Michigan State University's Special Collections Library has the largest collection of comics in the world. And he says he thinks he's going to donate that Ramita bag to the library.
That is really cool. Full Indiana Jones. It belongs in a museum. That's awesome, man. Up here on B for Batman, I'm going to put this Shadow of the Bat, number 1. Let me see here. The Last Arkham. I'm not entirely sure what that story arc means. But this is relevant because it's the first appearance of Victor Zsasz, who shares my name and kills people, unlike me.
I was going to say, where does this
I leave everyone I meet alive and well. Unlike Victor Zsasz.
If no one hears from me on the Tuesday show, it means Victor has murdered me. But no, it's a super fun story. Batman's trying to figure out how someone is killing people from, like, they know he's in Arkham. Like, how is he doing it? So Batman, like, commits himself to Arkham to figure out a way to escape. So Justified to figure out how different inmates escaping. It's super fun.
I'm going to take the 9.9 absolute flex Clayton Crane Ultimate Comics variant down. I'm going to replace it.
That layaway. When we bring it back up.
I'm going to replace it with something much more affordable. The exact same comic at a 9.8. Still all the same stuff. Clayton Crane, our exclusive, Shadow Man number 1 for just $100 because that is the difference that being the only one of something makes.
Yeah.
Like
that is a Valiant comic.
It is. It is a Valiant comic.
For a Valiant Slabs. What issue is on I?
What issue is on I? Let's go find out. This is the DC 100-page Batman Spectacular, issue 255. Once again, this is a full set of Old Man Logan. It is a preview book. We did like highlight it on the internet, so I kind of want to leave it for a little while longer. I will replace the Jim Lee Wildstorm with something a little comparable.
That Shadow Man is from 2021.
I'm going to do the story arc set, issues 1 and 2 of The Third Wish. Obviously, Hellboy. $6, hanging out where Jim Lee once was. And Adam Strange should probably go.
We have not put up that New Mutants yet.
I mean, hey, man. I was just looking at it because I was over here. So I'll tell you what. Hey, I've got that New Mutants. And go ahead and put that New Mutants down. Since somebody directly asked for it, limited to just 1,000. Variant cover by our boy Mike. That New Mutants is here. Also a preview book.
Yeah.
If someone asks for it, someone knows what it is. Ed Weird, if you're still hanging out, I'm going to take this Mother Panic down. I'm going to replace it with DC House of Secrets issue 94. Just because that's a wild and cool thing. I mean, well, not just Ed Weird. Anybody who likes horror comics in general.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a non-zero amount of people. It's fun to read horror comics. Comics as a visual medium works really well for creepy stuff.
Yeah, no worries, Bobby. We're just glad that we were able to work that out and find those books. And then I agree with George. I don't know how that Old Man Logan set is still up there.
Yeah, it's a little crazy, right?
We have any Shazam?
We did at one point until it was unceremoniously stolen from us.
Yeah, Tony scooped the Shazam that I had pulled.
All right.
Just one book for the record.
Shadowman variant, first print of Victor Zsasz, Hellboy, House Seekers just went up, Batman, Lupus, New Mutants, preview book specifically asked for. Aliens might be what goes.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's a little surprising, but I accept it.
Just the world we live in.
It's just the world we live in.
Yeah, Ryan, just remember you can always make an offer, layaway, or, I mean, if we don't sell the Wolverine, it'll be back their last looks as well. So,
Absolutely, it will be.
Just keep an eye out.
I'm going to put up a pair of what ifs. What if Dr. Doom was the thing instead of just Dr. Doom?
Oh, that's cool. I've never seen that.
And what if Aunt May died instead of Uncle Ben? A comic that we were yelling about, which is not a fair what if at all. I'm going to take a second to talk about it because it's not a fair what if because it's not just Aunt May that dies. Aunt May dies in a home invasion and Uncle Ben gets arrested and Peter grows up alone. It's not fair.
It's got strong feelings.
It's not fair. That's complete.
Would you do Hellboy for 4? You have it at 6 for Robert?
Sure. Issues 1 and 2 the set, $4. Fine. Deal. Take.
Sweet. And I don't believe we have any Hellboy slabs.
We do not have any Hellboy slabs. Here's something that I thought was kind of interesting. Issue 196 of Archie Comics, notable because Apollo 11 is on the cover. I think that's kind of interesting. And it's blasting off while the gang is, I suppose, at Cape Canaveral, which is a really cool field trip to be taking to watch the liftoff of Apollo 11. And also wild of those kids to not be paying attention in the slightest. Just walking around being like, man, such a drag. No. More. Since we have a few expensive things on the board relatively, I kind of want to flatten the curve just a little bit. The Batman 100-page special can probably go. I'm still holding out for Old Man Logan. I'm going to put up this DC Rebirth issue number 9 of The Flash with the Dave Johnson variant cover featuring the statue and, Flash hanging out there in the McCourty's little sandwich. Just $4. I'll tell you what, this other Shadow Man been up here for a hot minute.
Or E and F one-shots. I think there's, standalone what ifs, right?
Yes, they are. Standalone with us. Put Shadow Man back in the freezer for another day. And then...
And is Eye a variant? The Flash.
It is the Dave Johnson variant of The Flash.
Well, John Lucio's taking it.
Okay, cool.
And the Old Man Logan says the first print variants.
They are all first print, main covers. The lot of them. And it is the full set. The full set of everything. All the issues plus the giant size.
Would you do E and F together for 14? It comes to 18 initially for Becca.
I absolutely would. See me almost knock down the share price? But I didn't do it, and that's what matters. All right, we got a lot of open spots. So let me clear some of that up. I've got the 4-issue set of DC's Final Night, the Carl Kessel joint, featuring all sorts of earth-shaking DC revelations and whatnot. I believe it's Final Night because that's like when Hal Jordan comes back into the fold, but I want someone to correct me on that because I'm almost certainly wrong about it. Down here on I, since A is not the spot for slabs, I'm going to put down a slabbed Batwing number 19 is what I'm going to do. Let me go ahead and hold this up a little bit. This is the first appearance of Luke Fox. It's when David just leaves Batwing behind. It is the gatefold cover of things. CGC 9.6, Batwing number 19, hanging out as far away from the cursed A as possible.
John, I did get you for that flash that was on I. What is G, the New Mutants?
Ooh, G is a New Mutants variant cover that I 100% need to look up here. Yeah, that's limited to just 1,000, and it is the, I believe LCSD would be Local Comic Store Day.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's the Local Comic Store Day variant of that New Mutants issue. Drawn by Mike Diodato Jr. Hopefully I said that correctly. I'm really going off Post-it notes here, people. Tell you what, more affordable first appearance of things. I've got Spider-Man 245, first appearance of Lefty Donovan, the second Hobgoblin. And hey, who wants to keep getting weird? I do, because I'm convinced no one's going to buy this, and if someone proves me wrong, I'm going to be really weirded out. I got the first issue of Strawberry Shortcake, technically the first appearance of Strawberry Shortcake in a comic book. I remember when there was like a relaunch show of this, my sister was super into Strawberry Shortcake and always really annoyed me. Not because of the show, because the toys all had very specific smells.
Oh, yep.
They had like synthetic strawberry.
I do remember this.
Oh, yeah. The smell is the sense most strongly tied to memory, Dan.
Oh, well, there you yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Science.
Science and shit.
Any Marvel or Image slabs?
No. No Marvel or Image slabs.
Any TMNT? We're kind of hoarding that for the special.
Yeah.
Whenever they release Last Ronin.
We have a turtle special in the pocket.
It keeps almost happening. And then they
It
delay that
does.
book.
And I would like for that series to end. I would love to know.
Me too.
All right. I've got the Avengers issue 41. This is the Phil Notto vintage photo variant. We're going to replace. What do you think should go, Dan? I know it should be Old Man Logan, but I don't want it to be.
Probably B.
Probably B? First
Yeah.
appearance of Victor's ass? All right. So, yeah, I'll put down this Avengers 41 Phil Noto vintage photo variant.
Would you do A and E together for 8?
A and E together. Let me see what I got here.
What about the 14?
A is a full set. At that point, you're just getting E for free. A and E, and the offer was 8, right?
Correct.
I'll do A and E together for 12.
All right. Matthew, let us know if 12 works for A and E together.
Just $4 more.
Rob said that was an 80s kids thing. All our toys smelled and stickers.
Oh, and markers too. Those like smelly markers.
Yep.
Goodness gracious. All right, House of Mystery can stay for now. I'm going to put up this Wolverine versus Spider-Man full 90s action here, replacing Archie being completely disinterested in Apollo 11. Mostly because I can't fathom that. That comic's not relatable to me at all.
Is A is 4 issues.
A is 4 issues. It is the complete Final Night story arc.
Would you do 20 for Strawberry Shortcake? You're at 40.
You have no idea how badly I want to do 50% off on strawberry shortcake just to spite. Look, it's at 40. It's at 20.
Yep, 20.
28. $8 more. Still over $10 off. 28. We'll see what happens with that. I'm genuinely curious.
All right, right. Let's know. You said 28?
I did.
All right, let's know if 28 works for you. Matthew is going to take A. And then G is that New Mutants local comic book day variant.
It is. A is the Final Night set, right?
Yes.
Cool. I have one more of those, actually.
Oh, sweet.
So, A is still on the table. Literally and figuratively on the table.
Would you do C and E together for 14?
I would. I would do C and E together for 14.
And Randy Huey says 28 works for strawberry shortcake.
Okay. Hey, man. Proud of you. Tell you what, I've got this absolutely ridiculous Howard the Duck collected trade paperback. Like, honestly, I would call this an omnibus at this point. Nowhere is it called an omnibus on the printing, but this is too big to be a trade. This is 100% a Howard the Duck omnibus for $17. Looking at this cover, does Red Sonja have eye things like that? Is that part of Red Sonja? Is that?
I've seen it before.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. But like a Red Sonja Domino hybrid sounds really cool to me. And someone asked for hip hop variants.
Yes.
I forgot all about that. I'm very sorry. I know I was super excited about it. Okay, which spots can I potentially open up? E and F are both open. I've got two hip hop variants. I've got a Hercules hip hop variant, and I have a Deadpool hip hop variant. Two hip hop variants simultaneously. Something that's never happened while I hosted the show.
Well, Ryan Longden's taking E and F.
Heck yeah, let's go, baby. I'm glad that I remembered.
Yeah, me too.
I came very close to almost forgetting. I'm going to replace one of those with just, your standard Todd McFarlane Spider-Man, the second printing silver cover of it here on E. And I'll put down here the giant size Fantastic Four issue number 4, which just so happens to be the first appearance of Multiple Man on F. F for Fantastic. Also F for 4.
Would you do Howard for 14? You have it at 17.
I would. Sure.
All right. Going to Edward. Would you do E, that Spider-Man for 10? You have it at 15.
It is the second printing. I'll do it for 12.
All right, Jake, let us know if 12 works for you.
All right. So I've got this Powers of X number 6. It is a Virgin variant. It is the RB Silva 1 in 100 variant of Powers of X. Just $32 on C. I feel like I should be kind. Put that back. Let's see here. It's still crazy to me that Logan is still hanging out.
Same.
That is nuts. It's over here. I have issues 1 through 3 of the Kitchen Sink comics, The Crow, specifically Dead Time being the name of this particular story. 3 issues worth of The Crow, for just $12. Hanging out here on B. B for badass, which is what the crow is.
For real, yeah. Jake says 12 works for E. Then what is on I?
I is a CGC slab 9.6 Batwing number 19. The first appearance of Luke Fox for $160.
Would you do the crow for 8? You have it at 12 for Robert.
I would do the crow for 10.
All right, Robert, let us know if 10 works for you.
Oh yeah, I came over here to decide what I was going to put on the chopping block. Oh, I don't have to. E is open. Nice. So for E, I'm going to put issues 1 through 4 of this Lobo, A Contract on God, spelled Gawd, which I did Google. It's not like killing the Christian God. He is on a mission on a planet with monks, one of whom may or may not be named Abbott Costello, which, And yeah, it's like a planetary deity situation where Lobo has to go kill God, literally spelled Gawd.
What is the series on that crow again? I can't read it.
It's fun.
Dead Time.
Dead Time. All 3 issues worth from Kitchen Sink Comics.
Any Moon Knight? Moon Knight's kind of another one that we're hoarding a little bit for a Moon Knight special when we get further on in the show. Or the Moon Knight show, not Tonight show. I realized that was confusing after I said it.
It's fun. No spots open currently. I can take the Final Night off, I think.
I think so, yeah.
And replace it with this AVX Barbary Hastings variant. Which issue of AVX is this? Round 12. That's right, with the full Deadpool Hastings variant. Count stacks.
Oh, jeez.
Absolutely
Nice.
ridiculous. Replace that here on A.
We'll keep an eye out for any more G.I. Joe or Transformers or any IDW.
Is that still Zach?
Yeah.
Hi, Zach.
So it's not our Zach, it is a different Zach, but it is Zach nonetheless.
That's fine. Hi, Zach.
Hello.
My statement stands.
And then, yeah, Robert, just let us know again if that crow of 10 works for you or not.
All right, we just put out that AVX. Somebody asked about Batwing, so I'll let Batwing stay.
Would you do Lobo for 12? Give it at 16 for Joey.
Sure, I can do Lobo for 12.
Robert's passing on the crow, but if anybody else wants it for $10.
Ooh, would you make me a poster for that?
Yeah.
Thank you. Since actually, no. Let me do this instead. We're going to do the 3rd Star Wars annual from Marvel Comics, just because that Darth Vader I Want You cover
Oh, that is
is pretty sick. For just $8 as well. Probably time for us to say goodbye to Old Man Logan.
I think so.
Which honestly, a little crazy. We will see it again. Make no mistake
Joey
about
will
that.
take the crow for 10. And then Stephen Conlon will take Star Wars on E.
All right. Shame I didn't have the crow under C. It was B for badass. It still works. Works for me, baby.
So, just as valid. Any Wonder Woman?
Potentially some Wonder Woman. I mean, if I can stop running across really weird shit that I want to talk about, such as the Krull official Marvel Comics adaptation, just hanging out in the box and labeled at $4, sure, man. I will put up the Krull movie adaptation for $4. Fine. Not a problem for me.
I think I just saw that's on HBO Max too.
Is it?
I think so.
Nice. Let me flip and look for some Wonder Woman real fast. Ooh. Okay. That's actually pretty cool. I've got all 3 books worth, the complete Judgment in Infinity Wonder Woman arc. $12. That's issues 292 to 294. I'll put that down here on E. E for Infinity? Yeah. Yeah. I think Jeremy just gave me the finger. I'm not sure.
Robert says that Kroll movie is awesome.
It is awesome.
Edward says, or is asking, would you do 2 for Kroll? You have it at 4.
I would do 2 for Kroll. Let's find Kroll a good home, baby. All right, let's put up some interesting stuff. You may see Batman on the cover, but that is Superman. That is the son of Krypton, because this is an Elseworld story called Superman Speeding Bullets, wherein he is raised by the Waynes, and all that stuff that happens to Bruce happens to Superman, also with this story named Bruce. And yeah. It doesn't exactly play out nicely, like a lot of Elseworld stories do. And on H, I'll do the Batman Legends of the Dark Knight Halloween special, a Loeb and Sale joint classic from Halloween of... what year was this, DC? Why don't you have a year? 1993. Nice. I love the Batman Halloween specials. The Ghosts, the Christmas Carol, but Halloween is one of the, coolest comics.
Yeah, it's so good.
Tell you what, I can pop up a little bit more Wonder Woman. We've got Wonder Woman issue 306 hanging out down here for a clean $6. Now, what is this going to replace?
Willie T take an H, so take H.
Nice. It can take H.
So he's picking it up for the cover alone.
Heck yeah. Let's see. I feel like I haven't put up any She-Hulk yet.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so I should probably put up some She-Hulk. The She-Hulk #1 second printing, the Rainbow Odell. Yeah, the Rainbow Rowell She-Hulk. Second printing version of it. This does need a home, though. I'll put it on A.
I will say, though, those ones are a little bit dinged up for that She-Hulk. It was one of the some of the books that Penguin just kind of sent us. So they're a little bit dinged up. That's why they're $1 undercover. Would you do 8 for E? You have it at 12 for John Lucio.
Let me take a look at what's on E. Is John Lucio the one that asked for Wonder Woman?
Yep.
Done. All right, House of Secrets, you've been here for a while. Slab, you've been here for a while as well. Let me go ahead and take the slab down.
And A is missing the sticky note.
Did I not put that? I did not put the sticky note back on. But you still knew. You still knew that it was $1 below cover. It's that classic warehouse experience. I've seen these before.
For real.
They are familiar to me. Let's see. Tell you what, we've got this Wrath of the Eternal Warrior #1, another Valiant cover. It is the Louis LaRosa 1 in 20 variant of it as well. I do like Eternal Warrior stuff. Whether it's Moorcock or Valiant Comics, I'm into that recurrent / Immortal Warrior vibe. And DC Comics presents Superman and Supergirl together against the Minutes Called Mongol, issue 28 of DC Comics presents down here in mid condition, according to this posted note, for just $4. So that's why it's $4.
Would you do H for 3? You have it at 6 for John Lucio.
I'll do for 4. Back to my old $1 ways. I tell you what. Man, now I'm just running into Wonder Woman pockets.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
You said how much? I'm sorry for your counter.
4.
4. All
Yeah.
right, let's know if 4 works for you. Oh, he says that's good.
Nice. Okay, I'll replace it with Wonder Woman issue 289, featuring the Huntress and, of course, Captain Wonder. Just getting absolutely clocked by Diana, the way that it should be, honestly.
And what is on C?
C is something that I'm going to take the sticker off and hold up because it is a Virgin variant, so I want you to see the art. This is Powers of X number 6, but it's the RB Sylvia 1 in 100 Virgin variant of Powers of X number 6.
Ryan, those are definitely books that we would have previewed if we had them up tonight. Kyle says Wonder Woman has pockets? Where? And John Lucio is picking up H.
Picking up H. All right. I'm going to put up something that I've run across several times in the warehouse, and I have no idea what it is. And usually they're expensive enough that I don't crack them to check it out. But Flaming Carrot Comics. I have a full Flaming Carrot Comics trade paperback. It is thick as hell. Goodness gracious. Because it's what? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Whew. This is like 14, 15 comics worth of Flaming Carrot Comics. And
Alan Beal favorite.
is it?
Yeah, it's his favorite series. Eddie Page is picking up a She-Hulk on A. I have more copies back here.
Yes, you do.
As a reminder, they are a little bit dinged up. That is why they are below cover price. Any more Ghost Rider?
I can find some more Ghost Rider for you, I think. What kind of Ghost Rider are you looking for?
He is our resident Ghost Rider fan, so probably anything.
Any Ghost
If
Riders?
he specifies, I'll let you know. Excuse me. Lost my voice for a second. No worries, Ryan. Just the preview post or what we post before the show in the groups, usually a couple days before, showing the key issues or the well, I guess we call them the preview issues.
We do call them the
for the
issues.
show. Would you do I for 2? You have it at 4 for John Lucio.
Would I do I for 2? Yes, I would do I for 2.
Do we have any Daredevil?
I have seen a little bit of Daredevil. Yeah, I'm going to put up this Ghost Rider first. I got this Ghost Rider issue 51 featuring Clem. He's got to stay off Clem's road or else. Or else. And the $200 New Mutants has been living here for quite some time. It was a preview book, but it seems like it's time for the $200 New Mutants to go away and be replaced with G.I. Joe number 3 in very good condition for just $8.
And Dan Grant's picking up I.
Man, now I gotta go get back on the hunt for more Ghost Rider. That's what I have to do. Wonder if I've got like a real good Ghost Rider. I'm also sort of using this as an opportunity to find real good things in general. Because I know that I've seen, ooh.
Yeah, Daredevil, Transformers, G.I. Joe. It's all kind of things that have been popping up in the chat tonight.
Oh man, I flipped right past it. All right, I've got Daredevil issue 83 featuring Daredevil just engaged in rooftop combat with Black Widow here on I. We are due for somewhat of a refresh, I believe. Yeah. So we'll ditch the Virgin art cover and I'll replace that with this classic, colorful Jim Lee cover of Wolverine 24. We'll take House of Secrets, replace that with Batman issue 486, just because I really love that art style.
Would you do Daredevil on I for 25? You have it at 28 for Willie T.
I will. Sure.
And then George is picking up Wolverine on C.
All right. That can also find a new home. Lovely. This is probably the cheapest signed book I've ever seen. This is the first issue of the Boom Studios Eureka ongoing series, a continuation of the television show. And it is signed by the artist. It is signed by Brendan Hay. That's Brendan's signature right there, in case you were curious. And down here on I, I'm going to put down this trade paperback of Tommy Lee Edwards' Vandroid. Someone in the chat knows what Vandroid is. If I start talking, I'm going to get distracted. So help me tell someone what Vandroid is and why it's important. Because, yeah, I'll just stand here and talk. And nobody wants that. Literally no one wants that.
Edward's taking Eureka.
Cool. I did like Eureka. But I liked Warehouse 13 a lot more.
Yeah, that was good.
And I'm going to put down this Marvel one-shot, The Origin of Galactus, featuring The Origin of Galactus, as you may not have known from that title alone. And it is in very fine plus condition as well. I do have a little bit more Daredevil from the Marvel Knights imprint. I've got the 14th issue of the Marvel Knights Daredevil with an absolutely bonkers cover. Goodness gracious.
We've got a couple comments about Vandroid.
Good, excellent. I'm glad that there are people who are willing to help me out.
I don't know if they're accurate. It's more like pitches, but it's when a van and an android love each other. Or the other one is more of a tagline. He's half man.
Half van.
Half van.
All droid.
Android.
Knew it. Ooh. Here's a cool Ghost Rider. Got this 7th issue of the 90s Ghost Rider relaunch for just $16, replacing, I believe, Fantastic Four. The first appearance of Multiple Man. Yeah, you can go in the box.
Would you do C for 37? You have it at 48.
I would do C for a flat 40. So an 8, 9, 10, $3 more. $3 more.
All right, Dan, let us know if 40 works for you. We're coming up on that break, about 3 minutes.
Oh, nice. Cool. That is great news for me. I'll tell you what. I've actually read Animosity since the last time we talked about it, after me just waxing about how cool I thought it sounded. So this is the first 3 issues, all first printing main cover of Animosity.
Shoot.
$24 for all 3 issues, 1, 2, 3, first print main cover, etc., etc. Animosity is one of those things that someone is almost entirely going to pick up for a show or something. At least that's a speculation. Having now read it, I believe that it would make a really cool show. And before the break, before we take a little bit of time, I will replace this Batman with the J. Scott Campbell variant of Thor number 5, a comic that is relevant and interesting because it is the first appearance of Lady Loki. Which sounds familiar if you've watched the Loki show.
We did counter on C. We countered it at flat 40.
We did indeed.
And then what is on I?
Since we're before the break. It's a comic book by Tommy Lee Edwards called Vandroid. Vandroid is an 80s movie that was scripted, greenlit, and in the process of shooting/producing when a fire broke out and destroyed it. And it was just called a loss. Just, oh man, looks like this movie was just never meant to be made. So it's an 80s, like, not Terminator ripoff necessarily, but like, think 80s synth. If you watch Terminator and RoboCop and said, this is great, it just needs more cocaine for me to make it happen, That's what Vandroid is. It is a wild ride with an indestructible android robot man who cannot be defeated. Synth-soaked neon 80s juice. And Tommy Lee Edwards was fascinated by Vandroid, this lost movie that no one would ever see, that like stills exist from. The script exists. Some of the actual film that didn't burn was developed so you could see shots from the movie. And he used those shots and used that script to make this comic, the movie that no one would ever see.
That's awesome.
I think it's really cool.
Dan says 40 is good for C, and then asks, would you do D for 15? You have it at 20. That Thor.
You know what? It's before the break. I need to clear this board. Yes.
All right.
And I can do some, well, it's sort of like a miniature last looks. Honestly, last looks before the break. Animosity 1 through 3. Wrath of the Eternal Warrior #1. It's Marvel Knights Daredevil. Flaming Carrot, but I still want someone to tell me what the hell Flaming Carrot is. Ghost Rider 7. G.I. Joe 3. All right.
David Fitz says he'll take Vandroid, sorry.
Okay. Have fun with it. That is what I had to say about that. Otherwise, I think we're probably about good for that break, Dan.
All right. Give me a second here to show that break. And
well, hello there. I'm Will, the official chaplain of Ultimate Comics, and you may be asking, why does Will shop at Ultimate Comics? I'm glad you asked. Well, it was a few years back when I was looking for a new comic store back in the before times, and was looking for a new comic store. I needed a place where I was going to get my weekly comics and be able to have a place in a community where I process all these stories that mean so much to me. Stumbled upon Ultimate Comics, browsed around, left, a few weeks went by, came back, and guess what? Alan remembered my name. He said, "Hey Will, what are you looking for today?" And I thought, not only is this an awesome store to get my weekly comics, not only is this an awesome store where I can process these stories that mean so much to me, they also remembered my name. And that's the community I want to be a part of. Man, I love Ultimate Comics.
And we're back.
Are we?
We are live.
We're already live?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Over here looking for cool stuff to put up. All right.
Would you do F for 10? You have it at 16 for Dave.
Dave's coming in hot. Okay. What is on F?
It's the Ghost Rider.
You know what? Just because I need it gone. I got books to put up, man. I got stuff to do.
All right, let's go to Dave Kirkby.
I'm gonna take Flaming Carrot down just because I, don't know what it is. I feel like I'm being disrespectful of something that is probably really cool and that I would probably really like. So to make up for that, I'm gonna put up X-Men 244, which of course is the first appearance of Jubilee. We'll be hanging out up here. Clean $60, but I'll tell you what. Actually, I'm not going to tell you what. I'm not going to tell you anything at all, actually. I'm going to put up Bonanza, the Gold Key Bonanza. There is not an issue number on this. I do not see it. Oh, Tarney was kind enough to write it. Issue 29 of Gold Keys Bonanza in fine to very fine condition.
Yes.
I used to watch Bonanza all the time with my dad. So seeing that comic be like, man, I should call my father. And I definitely should. I should 100% call my dad. I'm also going to put up issue 17 of Marvel Comics, The Frankenstein Monster. Just absolutely nuts. Armored Frankenstein busting through walls. That sounds like the kind of comic I would want to read.
Sounds like intense.
It looks intense. Got this Fantastic Four issue 56, the second appearance of Claw, but really what matters here is that there's a Silver Surfer cameo. This is a little bonus there. And let's top it out. Let's top it out with Conan the Barbarian issue 18 at a clean $42 in very fine to near mint condition. Here on out.
And then we've got requests for anything unique, weird, strange, underground, risque, and or out of the ordinary.
Who is calling up stuff for risque and out of the ordinary?
Ed Weird.
Let's see what I can find. Will we let that sit for a second?
Would you do H for 25? Give it a 28 for Matthew.
That sounds fair. Sure.
Sounds good.
Animosity still left over from the break. Let me know when we have 1 hour to go.
All right.
Just like, I'm just going to be really inconsiderate and be like, Dan, you're my timer. I've got this Tales of Suspense featuring Iron Man and Captain America, the 78th issue. Captain America and Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. together at last for $24 in fine minus condition.
We've got requests for Batman Who Laughs, Dark Knight's Metal, or Robin King.
I do not have any of those things tonight, unfortunately. What I do have is Marvel Comics Tomb of Dracula, issue 56. This is sort of my placeholder as I keep looking for other stuff that gets real weird. And I'm going to replace Eternal Warrior. I believe he's been here long enough. And Animosity is neat enough that it needs to stay. Daredevil is next up on the chopping block. If anybody's interested, speak now or forever hold your peace.
I like that cover a lot, though, for that Tomb of Dracula, where it's just like a cover of another book.
So Dan and I were talking about this and how we have no idea what it is. Alan Moore wrote a story called Providence, and that cover is the weirdest Elder Gods H.P. Lovecraft ass shit. I don't know what's going on, and I'm cursing now because Jeremy's out of the building. The show is no longer family friendly. No, I'm just kidding. It's going to be fine. I mean, I'm going to say a couple no words, but it'll be okay. Alan Moore's Providence. Is that centered in frame so people can see this
That is perfect.
monstrous thing coming out of the waves, like blood on its jaws and whatnot? Goodness gracious. Ew.
That looks awesome. I'm scrolling through the other covers of the series.
And I'm going to replace G.I. Joe with Providence. If you've read Providence, I would like to know what it is.
It says that it's both sequel and prequel to Necronomicon.
Oh, so it is Lovecraftian. That makes sense with the weird thing. And yeah, let's keep weird stuff going. I'll replace that Daredevil with 4 issues worth of Evil Ernie. But it's not just Evil Ernie. It's Evil Ernie in Santa Fe. A city that truly deserves Evil Ernie's presence. If anybody's from Santa Fe, I'm sorry. But also, like, I'm not.
We got requests for any Turtles or Miles.
We do not really have any Turtles. Miles is somewhat rare for us right now because things are being held for Spider-Verse. Because, you know, Spider-Verse is coming down the pipeline, man. But if I see any Miles, I will 100% pull it out.
Sweet. And then Rhonda is picking up Evil Ernie on B.
Okay. Was Evil Ernie on E?
On B.
Oh. I got excited for a second. Did I do that by accident?
So close.
So close, man. Ooh. There we go. That's what I'm talking about, baby. So, I got this first issue in a 4-issue limited series of Transformers. Something that is important and relevant because it is the Hasbro anniversary variant cover of this particular Transformers series. A pretty cool little thing. Here on B for Optimus Prime. That's his name.
Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime. I don't know what this is, but I hate it.
It's promising.
Yeah. Just gonna put that away.
Now I'm curious.
Okay. I mean, hey, if someone looks at this and is just like, wow, how cool, I am very curious. Someone tell me what the hell Bob Burden's original Mystery Men comics is.
Oh.
Also, kindly tell me while that man is just wearing like a Klan hood. I'm very curious.
Yeah, that's.
I'm a little worried, but this is the first issue of Bob Burden's Mystery Men comics from Dark Horse.
What is the condition on B?
The condition on B is near mint. That book is in great shape. I'll be taking Bonanza off the board. No love for the Cartwrights, huh? Not even for me, for Hoss, old Hoss. I thought this was a set, and it's not. That's weird. Okay. Give me a second.
Yeah, no worries.
All right.
Then I'd have to verify with Tony if that Transformers is in that mega set. Probably, but I don't know for sure.
All right, so here's what I'm doing. Here's what took a while. I like Hellboy, as most people do who read it. And Dark Horse published these Lobster Johnson one-shots, I guess. I've never seen these before. And they do not have issue numbers on them at all. If they are part of a larger set/story, I'm interested. Each of them has a different creative team, so that's sort of what leads me to believe that they're one-shots. Lobster Johnson self-contained stories sounds pretty dope. Each of these is marked at $4. 3 issues worth of Lobster Johnson, I'm going to mark down from 12 to 10 and sell it as a full set is what I'm going to do. $2 off the listed price for all 3 Lobster Johnsons. We're going to replace Providence with Lobster Johnson.
We had a mega setup of Transformers a few weeks back that didn't sell. You can message us if you're interested in that. Message the Ultimate Comics Live Show Facebook page.
Yeah, you can always message us. And we will always answer you.
What's the condition on B? It's near mint?
It is near mint. If anybody listens to, most people listen to podcasts, right? But one of the podcasts that really got podcasts kicked off the way they are is Aaron Mahnke's Lore. Aaron Mahnke wrote a comic book called Wellington. This is the first issue of that comic book by Aaron Mahnke. I always like it when somebody is famous for a specific thing, and that's what gets put on their stuff. Like on this comics, it says, from the creator of Lore, which, yep, that is what that is.
Would you do H for 20 or 24 for Joey?
Would I do H for 20? I would do H for 20. H for 20, and I will replace it with a near mint copy of the Marvel Team Up featuring Invincible and Spider-Man here on H. Hot books. Putting hot books up. Also, I believe that was a preview book as well.
Yes, it was.
It's certainly big enough to be.
Would you do B for 35? Do it at 50 for that Transformers?
I would do it at 42.
All right, Stephen wants to know if 42 works for you. Do we have any more slabs tonight?
We do have some more slabs. Probably when we get a few things off the table, I'll do them all at once. I know that sounds like an unconventional way to do it, but you'll see why when we get there.
All will be revealed.
All will be
in
revealed.
time.
Just looking for more neat stuff to put up. Yeah, okay, here we go.
We got a counter for you, real quick.
On the Transformers?
Yeah, would you do 40? You said 42.
Yeah, sure. Just because I need the space.
And what is on A? Is it Wellington?
Yes, that is Wellington. That's the first issue of IDW's Wellington. It's a horror-ish comic by the creator of the podcast lore. His name is Aaron Mankey.
H is near mint minus.
H is near mint minus. That is correct. Because I needed the space upon B, I'm going to put up this weird War Tales issue 114 starring the Creature Commandos, weirdest warriors of all. Mostly for this cover because what is the action? What's the verbiage here? Hitler and company would freak out if they knew the secret mission of the Circus of Madness, and that font on Circus of Madness is absolutely wild.
Justin says he was new for the stream. Show him the goods.
No.
He's got a stormtrooper helmet for a profile picture. We got any Star Wars?
I can probably dig out some Star Wars real fast. I've seen a couple Star Wars hanging out.
But I mean, yeah. Thanks.
Also, yeah,
for
welcome.
coming on the show. Yeah,
Welcome to the thing. We hang out. I put comics up. People buy those comics. It's great.
Swell times had by all.
Swell times.
I don't think we have a Ghostbusters #1 in the boxes.
We do not have
also,
a Ghostbusters in the boxes.
Tarny is such a huge Ghostbusters fan. I think if anyone sold that issue that wasn't him, he would feel betrayed.
If anyone sold that issue, period, I feel like he would just take it home immediately. All right, I'm going to put up this Star Wars issue #9, the first appearance of Jaxxon in Marvel Comics Star Wars continuity. Here on D, I'm just going to put up a couple Star Wars just for fun. I'm going to replace this Tomb of Dracula down here with another Marvel comic, the King Size Annual #2 of Marvel Star Wars, with that Han Solo on the cover.
And what's on B?
What is on B? B, which issue of Weird War Tales is this? Weird War Tales issue 114, starring the Creature Commandos, the Circus of Madness. Hitler's not going to know what hit him, guaranteed. According to the Creature Commandos.
And then we were talking about the Star Wars stuff. I completely forgot that our share prize is a Star Wars
Our
book.
share prize is a Star Wars book. Hey, if you're new to the stream, all you got to do is share this stream on your page, in groups, and whatnot. And that will be one entry to win this Star Wars comic that's on the side. Tell them what it is, Dan.
It is War of the Bounty Hunters Alpha. It is our exclusive, the Tommy Lee Edwards, and it's just a gorgeous Boba Fett cover. It's one of my favorites of our exclusives for sure. But yeah, make sure you share publicly so we can see it when we're calculating the results there.
Yeah, you definitely should share publicly. All right, Star Wars is down. Frankenstein is what it is. I already have this one spot open, so I feel like somewhat selfishly I'm going to take Creature Commandos and Wellington down just to free up specifically A, B, and C. Because I need that space. I need that space for slabs. Specifically, the Brian Michael Bendis character Naomi in DC Comics, who, yeah, this was a character that was introduced. It's sort of like a DC Comics Terrigen Mist sort of scenario. It's an Elseworlds where the ozone layer is depleted and the radiation that hits Earth gives some people superpowers. Naomi has a show on the CW that just came out not too long ago. So that's why these slabs are hanging out here today. The CW has picked it up. This is a variant cover of that first issue. I'm going to go ahead and put that variant cover on A, hanging out at a clean 9.6. I've got a sketch cover variant of Naomi #1, also at a 9.6 on B.
While we're putting up multiples of the same character too, just as a reminder,
let's
be specific. So
Lot and number.
Yep.
Confirm. We will talk to you about it as well. But yeah, and then I've got that second printing. You know how second printings be, lower print runs. slightly more desirable. So yeah, A, B, and C are all CGC slabs of Naomi #1, who just had this CW show launch. It's a book that people are talking about, a character that has a relatively high chance to appear in other media as of right now today. So these are all slabs of Naomi's first issue. Variant cover, third printing, second printing. Meantime, I have this absolutely dynamic black, white, and red Daredevil cover of issue #4. Slot down here for a clean $4. Issue #4, $4. Swapping out Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah, those like minimalist colored covers.
Seems that my Lobster Johnson deal was not too enticing, so I will replace it with Batman #314. Gray and blue, Two-Face, Batman 314, replacing Lobster Johnson here on G.
Would you do D and E together for 6? It comes to 12. Those 2 Star Wars books.
Is it the Stormtrooper guy?
It is not.
You know what? It doesn't really matter. Sure. Buy one, get one free on Star Wars books tonight. Tonight only.
All right. Just also these particular Star Wars books.
Yeah, also just those particular Star Wars books.
Before you run into some trouble.
I'll tell you what. This is not a weird thing. We've moved past the weird stage of the show, right? Of just like, here's like some crazy stuff. I mean, granted, the DC set of Naomi slabs is a little more niche, but how niche is it really since it has a CW television show? But I'm going to put up this cool thing right here. The Wolverine Saga, Book 1, Beginnings from Marvel Comics. And I'll tell you why this is something that is interesting, because it presents Wolverine's origin as it was told in like the fragments over comics. This is Wolverine's origin story in chronological order. Thank the Lord. Please just tell me what happened to this man in order. That is all that I want.
Just streamlined,
easy to read, concise.
No extra.
Let's just get it done. Speaking of stuff that has gotten adaptions, is appearing in other places. We're going to do Mark Millar's Jupiter's Legacy, the first issue of it, a Netflix show that I thought was pretty good. I enjoyed it. But also, I'm just a sucker for the old hero environment. Yeah, I love those sorts of stories.
I haven't actually gotten around to watching that one yet.
I mean, or you could just read it.
That's probably more likely.
That is totally what you should do. No disrespect. It is fun to see things presented in moving pictures. But you should probably just read it.
That's valid.
Yo, it got made into a show for a reason. It's very cool. It's a cool thing. It's neat. I need a space to put all this Wolverine action.
Randy says the Jupiter's Legacy period piece scenes were amazing.
They really were. Thank you. Preach. All right. Conan should probably stay. I think the Marvel team-up is the most inaccessible thing that we currently have. I will replace it with another Wolverine. Wolverine issues 11 through 16. The complete Gehenna Stone affair. Yeah. Okay. Is this better?
Oh yeah. If you put, yeah. There we go. Yeah. A little bit towards the camera. Otherwise, it catches the glare.
Okay.
Perfect.
So $40 for issues 11 through 16 of Wolverine. A complete story arc worth of Wolverine. I'm going to fan it out a little bit so it's clear that's a set. I did put these slabs up. I'm going to let them hang out for just a second. Just a second. While I go over here, find some stuff that I want to put up. I'm not saying it's like last call for those slabs, but low-key, it's last call for those slabs.
Anybody been watching the Naomi show?
I know someone out there just like loves Naomi.
Yeah, just another one of those original Bendis characters.
And Brian Michael Bendis is good at making stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's also like kind of the age range of a character that he's really good at. I mean, like Miles was around that age. Like, and I know he was sprinkling her in through his Justice League stuff and his Young Justice stuff as well. Back when he was writing those. And as a reminder, we still have a Old Man Logan set available.
We do still have an Old Man Logan set available. That is accurate.
All first print cover A.
Whole first print cover A. All right. Naomi Slabs had their time in the sun. It's fine. If anyone comes back, asks about Naomi, let me know.
Will do.
I feel like I might just casually mention they were here every now and then. Like I said, someone loves Naomi. Now, we had a Marvel team up at a fairly high price point at $125. That was in near mint condition. I've got this in very fine to near mint. So near mint minus very fine plus condition for significantly cheaper at $80. And I'm going to put it side by side. So again, make sure you're specific about what you're claiming here. I kind of like to enforce the rules tacitly like that you have to say what you're talking about. Let's put it next to the Tick and Invincible crossover.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which is pretty cool.
That's great.
It does happen in the Tick. This is the Tick's 100th issue, and he crossed over with Invincible for just $50. Man, it's almost like that's right for a combo offer. That's wild. Ooh, someone should probably think about that. What?
Ron Witt's picking up Daredevil on F.
Okay. Almost knocked stuff down, but I didn't.
And just in case anyone can't see with the glare on A2, it's Invincible and Spider-Man. There, yeah, that's a lot better.
Yeah, and it's cheaper than the other one because it is in very fine plus near mint minus condition. Because the other one was $125. I'll tell you what.
A bit more accessible.
Yeah, it's a bit more accessible. And who knows, with a little bit of work, you might be able to grade it up a little bit. In the meantime, since C is open, I'm going to put down this issue of Batman, issue 247 of Batman, which is the first appearance of the New Year's Eve bomber, and also my realization that a lot of Batman villains are holiday themed in some form or fashion. And down on F, we're going to put down a 3-issue set of Spider-Man The Lost Years. Prime.
So much foil.
Prime 90s.
So much foil.
So much foil. And Spider-Man fan as I am, I'm not sure which era of Peter Parker this covers, or if it's even Peter. It might be Ben Reilly. I mean, technically they're all Peter. But judging by there being a kid in the picture, I wonder if this is the period when Peter thinks he's the clone and lets Ben be Spider-Man.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
has a whole life. But then maybe he was actually a clone the whole time. I can't remember. I mean, I would say, oh man, I really need to reread the Clone Saga. And I kind of do, but also do I? I would rather just have fond memories. Just look back on it and be like, man, you know, the Clone Saga was pretty good.
We'll leave it at that.
And we'll leave it at that. I'll put up this Ghost Rider issue number 8 featuring the Living Nightmare for just $4. I will replace Conan the Barbarian, put it under our $4 Wolverine chronological order, which I love that. That's so considerate of Marvel. Thank you so much for just putting this in chronological order.
Yeah, that's great. Would you do F for 7? You have it at 10, that Spider-Man that you just put down?
Sure, absolutely.
All right, let's go on to Matthew. What is on I?
I is issue number 9 of the 90s relaunch of Ghost Rider. Featuring the Living Nightmare. Issue number 8. Issue number 8. I just can't read.
Words are hard. I get that.
Technically, that's numbers, Hacker Dan.
We had a Conan up before.
We did. I just put it away. Is this the eye you were referring to?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I just
perhaps.
yeah, that was it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, because I just took it down, but that goes right up. This is issue 18 of the Marvel Comics Conan the Barbarian in very fine near mint condition. The Thing in the Temple. Man, that's the fastest box necromancy I think has ever happened to me personally. Yeah, if you're interested in the Conan, we can talk about it. I'm not going to put it back on the board for now, but yeah.
And we are seconds away from that final hour.
Are we really? Then it's time. It is time.
Would you do 38 for that Conan? I don't
Ooh.
remember what you had to that.
I think it's a 42. Would I do 38 for this Conan? Conan? I'm never sure how to say it.
And you're officially in the last hour.
I don't want to do 38 for it because it is in very fine near mint condition. Like it's a beautiful comic. But I'll tell you what, it was up there for so long and you caught it so deftly. And I feel like you earned it. Like I should ask you for 40, but you got it.
All right. So that's going to Ernie.
All right. I asked for him to tell me about that last hour because I want to put up the big thing. I want to put up the big thing in the last hour. Well, the big thing that wasn't this. I mean, hey, I'm going to bring back the actual big thing just for 1 second. Don't forget that this is lurking in the background. The Ultimate Comics Clayton Crane variant cover of Shadow Man #1 at a CGC 9.9, the highest graded copy in existence. There is only one. This is Highlander Shadow Man. There is only one. There is no 10.0. 9.9 is the highest this goes.
Yeah.
This is still here. This is
exclusive.
the biggest boy technically speaking.
And layaway is always an option.
But close behind it is this, the Atlas Comics Combat issue #5. So this is a classic Russ Heath cover. Yeah, yo, Dan's back. Jeez. Yes, it is. This is from 1952. So it's pre-Comics Code, pre-Marvel Comics, still Atlas over here in very good, fine condition. It is riding that line. And because of that condition, it's clocking in at only $225, which is kind of nuts. Like, this is a pre-made deal, practically. So that's going to go here on F. That's why I asked for that hour, so we can put up our second biggest boy, perhaps the biggest boy of the evening. Now, let me swap some things out. Man, we have, like, some big ticket items, but I just put up a $200 comic. So I feel like, tell you what, let's do a couple of older comics that are a little bit more accessible. I will replace the first appearance of the New Year's Eve Bomber with Spider-Woman guest starring Werewolf by Night issue 19. Just Spider-Woman issue 19, by the way. But yeah, guest starring Werewolf by Night. Very fine and near mint condition for just $32 here on C.
Joseph is asking, who is Shadow Man?
I mean, he's a Valiant Comics character. That's as far as I can take you on this particular journey, my friend. I just started getting into Valiant Comics thanks to Sienna. I'll talk more about that in a second because I've got this Fantastic Four issue 89, The Madness of the Mole Man, for $18 in fine condition, replacing Jupiter's Legacy. But yeah, I just literally got into Valiant Comics thanks to Sienna, and in part Jeremy. Jeremy's a big like Quantum and Woody guy.
Yeah.
But I started reading Ninja K, thanks to Sienna, and I loved it. And then I started reading Exo Man of War, and now Divinity. I'm mostly in like new Valiant. I haven't gotten to Shadow Man yet. I mean, I'm going to at this rate just because I'm really enjoying how different Valiant has the potential to be. Honestly, it strikes me as a publisher that is actively trying to create a vast interconnected universe, but is doing so quickly and with like disregard to anything except what creators want, that it's really engaging. Just like, let's see what craziness we can create today. I like Valiant because I like stuff that's authors and artists just doing whatever they feel like doing. I've been talking for a while.
So Shadow Man is basically like a title. It's passed down. It's a voodoo spirit passed down from the
Voodoo spirit?
Yeah, protects the world of the living from the world of the dead.
That sounds rad as hell.
What Batman is on G?
What Batman is on G? Issue 314.
Yeah, Archer and Armstrong is one of Carney's favorite comic series.
Which I can't wait to get to. I like the elevator pitch for that of like an immortal hedonist and whatever.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as you, where CNN and Tarny kind of sold me on some Valiant, so I've just picked up random issues here and there. So I've read a issue of Archer and Armstrong so far. It was a lot of fun.
Man, I just took home that Ninjak trade and I fell in love with it. All right. Hey, this is cool. Got Superman issue 274 with Clark making a direct appeal to the reader. Reader, help me. I can't hang on much longer. Save me from being pulled in or you're next.
Oh, jeez.
Which, I mean, man, if Superman needs my help, man, clap your hands if you believe. I'm going to...
It's a very never-ending story sort of situation.
Also, like, the gravity is pulling him, like, spaghettification style down into the earth.
Mm. I'm like, where on the planet is it?
And I can keep up the old school Superman with issue 174, featuring Clark Kent's incredible delusion. Y'all know that I love these Superman covers. Shout out to whoever bought the Superman eating a lot of burgers cover, because this one features Clark just sort of forgetting that he's Superman and having that classic, there's still a Superman, so he questions his own sanity. People don't give enough respect to older comics for willing to be insane. I'll take down the I'll take down the Invincible. I'll take down the Invincible crossover with Spider-Man. I'll replace it with Superman. And that Invincible Tick is next. So if you have your eye on Invincible Tick, now is probably the time to pick it up.
What was the Superman you had put down on I? Can't tell from here.
Issue 274. I probably need to move forward a little bit so it's less glare. I know how that glare can be.
You're good for now.
And that tick is about to be replaced with the first issue of the first solo Sam Wilson series.
Oh, nice.
At just $15, I can't help but feel that that's a little underrated and undervalued. I mean, the first solo Sam Wilson series?
Seriously, yeah, especially with how much Falcon has exploded the MCU and whatnot.
Truly. I don't want to go too Superman heavy, but there is some more Superman things that I'd be interested in putting up at some point. I am wearing a Spider-Man shirt. Why don't I put up some more Spider-Man? The Amazing Spider-Man issue 243, featuring the return of Mary J. Watson, all sorts of Spider-Man. It actually says options. Nothing quite highlights the Parker look as much as the return of Mary J. Watson, with the subtitle being options. Yeah, Peter, and everyone is wrong. Nothing here is going to end well for you, dude. I'll tell you what. I'll take out our chronological Wolverine, and I will replace it with something that I think is kind of weird and interesting. The Buona Beast Jungle Master DC Showcase Comics over here, issue 66. That's right. We got $50 on this very good minus condition comic, and this is the first Buona Beast. I would encourage you to Google that right now and see just how hard to come across. I don't want to say rare. Rare feels like I'm selling it, but I guess that kind of is also my job. That's a rare comic, is what I'm going to say. And just to sort of keep up this trend of stuff that's a little hard to find. How many people do you know that were subscribed to Howard the Duck to get the first issue of it? Specifically, this 1 in 25 variant of it. The reason why this is important, the reason why this is $125 in very fine condition, is because this is the first appearance of Gwenpool. Everybody knows how hard Gwen characters have the capability to pop off, both in popularity and general value. I will replace the Fantastic Four right down here with that first Howard the Duck variant, first appearance of Gwenpool, etc., etc.
Would you do I for 7? You have it at 12 for John Lucio.
Yeah, I think I would. Yeah, that's the Superman falling into the earth. Sure.
Yeah. And a little high on the board. Let's see if we can get anything that's a little bit cheaper. See,
oh yeah, I'm getting down there.
Sounds good.
Specifically because I wanted to put up this Walt Disney Goofy Adventures #4, featuring the adventures of Goof Dini.
That's fantastic.
That's right. Down here for $4.
He's walking across a flagpole that Mickey is just tied to.
You know, maybe a couple more like Disney I haven't put up any Disney comics or anything, so I can put up the 281st issue of Walt Disney's Donald Duck, also for $4. I will replace the Parker Luck down here. And from Dell Comics, Quick Draw McGraw.
Oh, man.
That's right. It's in good condition because it was obviously owned by a child, specifically a child named Craig. This is issue 11 of Quick Draw McGraw, in good condition, like I said.
That Spider-Man options that you had just taken down off the H, would you do it for 7? I think it was at 12.
Necromancy. Sure, it was going in the box anyway, Debbie.
All right.
Call that an early last looks.
Rick Walker's picking up Donald on H.
Okay. I bet it's really cool to have a collection of like Disney comics.
Yeah, I think so too. That and like the Hanna-Barbera stuff. Like,
Lord. Okay. Hey, teach me something. So this is the first appearance / origin of Hex. Is Jonah Hex and Hex the same thing? Is it different? Is it time traveling? Because this DC stuff says their nuclear ravaged world needed a hero, and what it got was Hex. And he looks startlingly like a Judge Dredd ripoff, but he still has the face thing that Jonah Hex has. Is Jonah Hex transported back in time? Is this like a prequel? What is this? What is this, and why is it just $4? Someone tell me something about Hex. See, this is the downside of not being Jeremy Tarney.
what is on C, and then what was on G before Quick Draw?
C is issue 19 of Spider-Woman, guest starring Werewolf by Night, in very fine to near mint condition. And I believe before Quick Draw, is Quick Draw on G?
Yes.
Yeah, before that, it was Batman issue 314 featuring Two-Face. A terrible predicament for our boy Bruce. In near mint condition, $32, Batman issue 314. Boop, boop, boop. I'm going to Vanna White this back in the box. And I will replace it with this Batman and the Outsiders full hieroglyphics cover. Batman and the Outsiders issue 17 with this rad cover. Also just at $4.
We've got some confirmation that Hex is it's a time traveling thing. A legendary gunfighter, Jonah Hex, takes a little trip, or shall we say he's taking a little trip from the 1800s to the 21st century. He explores this new, bizarre, post-nuclear world. The only thing on his mind, can he get back to his own era?
So he travels forward in time. I like that much better than a future man in the Old West. I like the kid in King Arthur's court. Yeah, like,
Would you do?
They're backwards, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Would you do Falcon on B for 10? You have it at 15 for Becca?
I mean, that's a hell of a deal. Yeah, sure. This being the first solo Sam Wilson series, I sincerely hope that the value on this increases starkly as more people realize exactly what it is. First solo Sam Wilson, dude. I'll tell you what. I want to save that for a little while longer. How much time do I have left?
You got about 45 minutes.
Okay, that's plenty of time. I'll tell you what, I feel like folks tend to like the what the, and this is, like, I can't just say what the, like, I can say what if, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But what the really needs the what the in order to be effective. But yeah, the 11th issue of What the, featuring Wolverina, because everyone knows that a guaranteed way for fame and fortune is just make a beloved character female and drawn very interestingly.
We just had the Gwen Vereen with the Gwen series, the Gwenverse series that's going on right now.
You know, with that Donald Duck and also having Quick Draw, I kind of want to keep that general theme going. I mean, Goofy's still here, and that's fine. Buona Beast always was going to be kind of an outsider, but I'm going to replace the Spider-Woman with issue 43 of the Flintstones and Pebbles. From Gold Key Comics, issue 43 of the Flintstones and Pebbles for just $10. I've been running across the like older, extremely niche comics all night, and I figured it was probably time to pull out a couple of them.
Mm-hmm. And Becca is saying thank you for the deal.
Yo, no problem. Other deals. This is more of like a future deal, if I'm being perfectly honest. We'll take Buona Beast down. I'm going to leave up this first appearance of Gwenpool. I'm going to take Buona Beast. I'm going to put the first issue of Scalped up here. Yeah, that's right. $60 in near mint minus condition. I do want to like straighten this figure up. But yeah, this Jason Aaron joint is 100% going to be picked up. I was looking on Key Collector the other day, and Scalped specifically has a note on Key Collector that says it is a matter of time, which
it really is.
I agree with. It is a matter of time. So we're going to put up that first issue of Scalped.
Mickey Mouse is on the cover of that Goofy Adventures on I. He's just in the bottom corner. Any Alex Ross or Frank Miller?
I haven't particularly seen any Alex Ross or Frank Miller. I want to take a second to see if this is what I think it is. So pardon me. I don't want to say it out loud. Just bear with me for a second. It is not what I thought it was. I was really hoping for a second. If it was, I was going to be super excited about that. I'll tell you what. I do have a first issue of Blackest Night that I want to take the price tag off to highlight the cover, because this is an Ethan Van Sciver 1 in 25 of Blackest Night. Yeah, it's a really nice cover. I like it a lot. This 1 in 25 variant cover is going to replace probably Gwenpool. I feel like the combat is really a centerpiece of the evening. So I'm going to let that stand for just a little while longer.
Sounds good.
Not saying that, you know, Howard the Duck / Gwenpool. Man, do you think there's going to be a Howard the Duck movie at some point? Probably like a smaller scale TV show, right?
Yeah, I would say probably a TV show or like an ongoing cameo sort of appearance. But yeah, I would lean towards TV show too.
I would be into ongoing cameo. Always teasing like some new thing that's going to happen. It never actually happens.
Yeah,
Howard is specifically just like, get ready for that movie.
That actually would be great.
Because there is a movie, right? From like eons past.
Yep. George Lucas. Like,
Is it really?
I don't think he directed it, but
Howard the Duck brought to you by George Lucas.
I can't remember if he directed it or just not directed it, but it was his company. Yeah, Lucasfilm. Okay.
Okay. So I've got issue 397 of Detective Comics Presents. This particular one is Batman and Batgirl hanging out at a clean $75 for issue 397. What is going to get replaced? Batman for Batman. The Egyptian Batman, the Outsiders, find a new home. And I will replace way down here this Goofy Adventures with the Web of Spider-Man issue 89, which will be the first appearance of Blood Rose in very fine condition for just $8. What I was looking for is if Blood Rose turns into the other Spider-Man villain, the Rose.
Gotcha.
Because that would have been tight.
That would have been sick, yeah.
Because the Rose is dope. I love villains with a sense of style.
Got requests for more action comics. I realized not specifying the comic's name. That seemed a little bit misleading.
More action! Come on! I mean, I don't disagree with you.
You need to do your own stunts.
I feel like I am moving a little bit slower than I normally do.
Would you do D for 45? You have it at 60. It's that scalped number 1.
Because that's going to blow up, do it for 50. Just $5 more. Just $5 more and you got it, man.
All right. Gustavus, let us know if 50 works for you.
All right. It's not Action Comics per se, but it is still Superman. It is issue 170 of Superman. It's like an early What If / Elseworlds. What if Lex Luthor was actually Superman's dad? We're going to put that down for a clean $35, replacing Quick Draw McGraw. Shout out to Craig, though. Craig really loved this copy of Quick Draw McGraw. In 1961? Man, Craig. I wonder where Craig is now.
If only we could track him down.
If only we could track him down. I hope Craig's having a good day.
Me too. Open invitation to the live show.
Open invitation to Craig.
Nothing risque in the boxes tonight.
Honestly, it's hard to sell risque stuff.
Yeah, we don't usually have it on too often. I think typically we have the closest we have to that is usually around like the Halloween show.
Well, then you'd be surprised what we get complaints about.
Also true facts.
The True Believers reprints are pretty cool because they make stuff accessible that wouldn't otherwise be accessible. So I've got the True Believers #1, a reprint of the first What If. What if Spider-Man joined the Fantastic Four? The first What If of the first What If series. I feel like I'm going to replace the What the with What If because that makes sense to me personally.
That does make sense.
That is a True Believers reprint as well.
What issue number was on G? The Superman.
The issue number on G is Superman issue 170. 170. I have a bad habit of mispronouncing 100 and saying 100. 100.
Gustavus says deal on D.
Is that Scout?
50. Yep.
Nice.
And then Macario, that was our only copy of that book. Would you do What the and What If together for 10 for Edward? I don't remember what the
What the was at $8. That's 13. A discount of $3. Sure, absolutely. Sounds just fine to me. That combat is still here. I feel like I would be remiss if I didn't talk about it for just a second before it falls back into the box. This is issue number 5 of Combat in very good, fine condition. Atlas Comics, you know, the imprint prior before Marvel became Marvel. A Russ Heath cover from 1952, pre-Comics Code. Pre-Comics Code, Atlas Comics, soon to be Marvel Comics Combat, issue number 5. I'm going to leave it here on F for a little bit longer. I'm just saying, A, layaway, B, make me an offer. Let's talk about stuff. I love to talk. That's why I'm here. That's why I do stuff. I want that to either go in the box or get sold so I can put up my last like big neat thing of the evening. Tell you what, I'm going to put up in near mint condition, near mint minus, the first Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, buddy.
Yondu
with the whole thin mohawk. This is the first Guardians of the Galaxy series. It is not the first appearance of the Guardians of the Galaxy, but I'll tell you who it is the first appearance of. Dan, do you know?
I don't.
Taserface.
Yeah.
Because that was not just a joke in the movie. That is an actual man.
You know, James Gunn loves, you know, those obscure characters.
And Taserface is right there. First appearance of him. Bet. Also down the line in D, I'll put the 171st issue of Uncanny X-Men, where Rogue officially joins the team. It is also the first appearance of Soul Sword, and in case you didn't notice, that's a newsstand copy as well. In very fine condition, that's why it's only $24. And just to sort of round out the board, we haven't had any Spider-Man in a while, so I'll put the Amazing Spider-Man issue 242 up here in near mint minus condition for just $12, replacing the Flintstones.
I feel like X is just sitting there.
I feel like we have a pretty solid board going, but something's got to find a new home. It's probably Combat.
Yeah, I think it's time to take down Combat.
It's probably Combat. I will replace that with something that I'm pretty sure was a preview book, so I'm not going to be like, aha, surprise, you didn't expect this. But issue 55 of the Avengers in fine plus condition. Fine plus condition, the first full appearance of Ultron. Old classic books, issue 55 of the Avengers, hanging down here on F. F for what the Avengers are coming up against Ultron at full power.
What number is that X-Men on D?
And it's issue 171.
Also, welcome, Shanna. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome. Man, speaking of my show, what should you always do? You should expect the unexpected. That's what you should do. Unexpected, issue 272, DC Comics, featuring Abraham Lincoln in an astronaut suit for some reason. Well, spacesuit, astronaut suit. 6 dozen in one hand. No, 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. Placing here on H. Hex sounds real interesting, man. I gotta say.
It really does.
I'm tempted to set it aside, but I'm going to put it in the box to see it again at last looks is what we'll do. And I will take the Flash, issue 185, where Flash is just getting the brakes beat off him at a protest. I wonder what you did to earn that, Flash. I also wonder why these regular people were able to catch you in fine condition for just $15. What's coming off the board?
Well, while you're deciding, would you do C for 8? You have it at 12?
Would I do C for 8? I would, because I need to replace it. Boom.
Thought that might help make your decision easier.
It certainly does. Only Mr. Path of Least Resistance, except don't actually do that.
What is on E? It's Blackest Night number 1. I don't know which. It's 125?
Ooh.
Forget.
Not that one.
Nope, yeah, next to it.
Next to it. This is the Ethan Von Skriner, Words, 1 in 25 variant.
Bill Scott's asking, would you do Superman on G for 30? Give it at 35.
Sure.
All right. Would you do D for 12? Give it at 24 for
12 is too low. 18. 18 is what I got for that. Also got Action Comics number 512, where Superman is literally stealing somebody's girl. I mean, Lex Luthor is still bald in this full Dumb and Dumber tuxedo. I love that Lex's bride is also bald.
Yeah.
It's pretty rad. But yeah, issue 512 of Action Comics, mid-low condition. That's why it's just $4.
Would you do E for 8? You have it at 10 for Jimmy Lee.
Sure.
Ralph is countering your 18 with 14.
Is that still for
X-Men? Oh, I guess it was the same offer. Yeah. So just a couple bucks more than the previous offer on X-Men on D.
I'm going to turn that offer down.
All right. Yeah, so we're standing at 18.
Yep, and I'm going to formally relabel at $18. Officially marked down.
All right. So Ralph, let us know if that 18 works for you. Otherwise, it'll be open to other viewers.
Now, we've seen those before.
Yeah, Ralph, let us know if 18 works. Is that you turning it down then? Just trying to confirm because I have another person in line then if you are turning it down.
Cheers, first come, first serve. I'm going to let you sort that out while I find some stuff.
Appreciate it. We've had some vampire stuff up before. I don't know if we have any other stuff in the boxes or not. All right. Looks like that X-Men is going to Randy.
All right, Randy. Go ahead and get this X-Men off.
Thank you.
There you go. I'm going to fill out our empty spaces with Batman issue 329, Bruce and Two-Face's Court, where, of course, the only sentence is death. I guess either death or you just walk out of there. And I will, here on E, put down the first issue of Bitch Planet. And it's not just any first issue. It is the 1 in 15 Valentine Delandro variant.
Would you do Flash for 12? Give it at 15 on C?
I would indeed.
We're a couple minutes into our last half hour.
Okay. Put down the 134th issue of Superman's Girlfriend, Lois Lane, in very good to find condition for just $4 for Superman's Girlfriend, Lois Lane. You clearly need that whole title. It couldn't just be Lois Lane. You don't know who Lois Lane is. Superman's girlfriend, duh.
Yeah, they have very little faith in readers.
And some things never change, honestly. I'm very, very curious if this sells. I put this set together. I had to Google it, and then I've read it a little bit. Marvel Comics Fool Killer. This is the second Fool Killer. This is not the first Fool Killer. This is the second one, who's way more violent and far more ethically dubious. This is 10 issues worth of Fool Killer for $40 total. Now, the original Fool Killer character concept is something that interested me greatly. Just a man who has deemed that anyone who's kind of dumb or foolish deserves to be taken out of society. His successor is significantly bloodier because people were really trying to get real edgy in that era. Still interesting, though, and a character that people are interested in.
F is fine plus condition. Welcome, Joe. Doesn't matter how late you are. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for coming in.
We have not had any Robin or Dark Knight returns tonight.
We have not.
Edward says the original Fool Killer is his favorite comic series of all time.
The original Fool Killer sounds really neat. I read a little bit of it. I didn't really have time to get into it, but I can see why it's something that you'd be into. I really honestly can. If you're willing to indulge me, like, how do further iterations not stack up necessarily, but like, did you have as much fun? In the meantime, I'm going to put up issue 47 of The Black Hood, Man of Mystery. Classic, mighty comics in very good condition for just $15. We're probably going to swap out this $75 Batman. Leave that Guardians of the Galaxy up for just a little while longer. In the meantime, I've got... I want to take the sticker off to fully highlight it. Issue 37 of Bone, the first print main cover. Pretty cool looking. And also, only $4. Something that's going to knock off. Ultron, you need to stay. Again, issue 55 of Avengers, first full appearance of Ultron. Putting that Action Comics in there. Let's see what's popping. Oh, that's interesting. All right, so let's talk a little bit about condition on this one. So I've got issue 132 of Uncanny X-Men. It is the first appearance of Sebastian Shaw, Donald Pierce, and Harry Leland. And the reason that this is only $16 is because it's in good, very good condition. There's a little bit of a spine split. So yeah, first appearance of Sebastian Shaw, other notable characters, but Sebastian's the most notable in my opinion. For $16, just because there's a little bit of a spine split, going to replace the Guardians of the Galaxy with that.
Noah is picking up the Batman on D.
Okay.
Just Noah, make sure that you fill out our information form in the pinned comments so we can get you invoiced on Sunday.
We can indeed. And I hope you come back, Noah. Let's replace it with we're still just getting weird out here. Challengers of the Unknown, issue 66 from DC Comics. Somebody has a rendezvous with revenge. And as dope as the unexpected cover is,
I know.
I will go ahead and replace that with something a little bit more recognizable, which is Inhumans and the Black Widow, issue number 5. In very fine to near mint condition for $32.
Would you do E and G together for 20 for Edward?
E and G together for 20. I'll do E and G together for $22.
All right, Edward, let us know if 22 works for you.
Mostly because that Bish Planet variant is a ratio, and Bish Planet is something that is still on the upswing, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's one that's been in talks for adaptation or something at one point.
We got the New Teen Titans issue 40, featuring that first-gen Nightwing costume, which I did check on after I talked about it last time. It is inspired by a hero from the Bottle City of Kandor. I'm glad that I was not wrong when I said that. I was totally expecting just to get torn apart at some point, and I'm glad that I didn't. Black Hood is relatively new. We're talking about Bone. We're talking about Bitch Planet. Ultron, you need to stay, brother. And I guess Fool Killer.
I guess so.
I guess Fool Killer on I. I'll replace it with the Teen Titans 40 for $4.
And what is the issue number and condition on H?
Now let me get over there and check. The issue number is 5. The condition is very fine to near mint. Very fine plus near mint minus. Not cleaned or pressed or anything. That is completely raw.
John Pento's taking that lowest lane on C.
See, I was just about to take that down, so I'm glad I didn't.
And we've got requests for JLA.
Specifically, like the JLA acronym, like.
That's all the comment is, yeah.
Yeah. I do like that run. I haven't seen any in the box. And I've been picking through this box pretty cleanly. We're getting down to it, folks.
You've got some older books there on the floor, too. Some of the cheaper stuff. In a box on the floor.
Yeah, but I'm looking for the cool stuff, man. Okay, it's pretty neat.
Would you do I for 3? Have it at 4 for Rick?
Absolutely. I'll put down the first issue of the Punisher War Journal in very fine condition for just $12 here on C. C for Frank Castle. And I've got another What If from the era when Marvel was saying everything was a TV sensation. Marvel's TV sensation, the Hulk. What if Rick Jones had become the Hulk? What if issue number 12 for $20, hanging out here on I.
Christian's taking the Punisher, put down on C. What was your counter for the combo offer again on E and G?
22.
22. So yeah, Edward, let us know if 22 works for you. Otherwise, I have another offer.
Tell you what, take this Black Hood down here on A, replace it with the first issue of DC Comics Grifter, because Grifter rips. Love me some Wildstorm things. And it's not JLA, but it is the new 52's Justice League International, and the first issue, no less. I'm going to put here on B. Not JLA, but the next best thing.
And can I get the
Kirkland
Punisher?
brand.
Yes. I ate the Punisher on C for Christian Wars.
Indeed you can.
And still waiting to hear if Edward accepts that combo offer.
I mean, what's the other offer? Is it also both, or is it just one of them?
So we've got 18 on E, which is at 25, and then we've got G at full price.
Well, if somebody wants G at full price, I feel like we kind of just take that, right?
Yeah, that works. And then A is going to Joey.
Yeah. Yo, Grifter fans in the building, baby. Love it.
So I got Ralph for that Bones.
I'm going to put down another indie comic, low print run stuff. Black, the first issue of it. Low print run, popular comic. Something that I'm not going to say is like a shoe-in to be picked up or anything, but is a notable and low print run comic. $40 for that first issue. And just to continue the trend of putting up stuff that I don't know what it is, the Charlton Comics Group Bullseye, issue number 3.
Right.
The cover art itself is wild. If you know stuff about Bullseye from Charlton Comics, please tell me about it. I'm very interested.
And so would you do Bitch Plant for 18 for let me find the offer again. We did not sell Shadow Man. For Jimmy Lee, would you do Bitch Planet for 18?
Sure. And I'll replace it with issue 61 of Ghost Rider. Actually, no. G for Ghost Rider. Issue 61 of Ghost Rider. Now, if somebody is asking after Shadow Man, if someone is asking about Shadow Man, all right,
Show it.
there are levels to this shit. We have the super juiced, one of a kind CGC 9.9 Shadow Man. Is that coming across with the packaging? With how I'm holding
Take it out of the bag.
Yeah.
So we can see it. Well, I guess they can see it.
The highest graded copy in existence. We checked the census. 9.9. There is no 10.0. $400. I understand that that's fairly cheap. So the same Ultimate Comics exclusive Clayton Crane variant at a clean 9.8 for $100. Those are the Shadow Men that are hanging out here in the Ultimate Comics live show studio tonight. I'm going to very carefully put them back in this packaging. Because if there's one lesson I've learned working in the warehouse that it doesn't seem like I've learned since I've knocked off, and I've been counting 3 comics this evening, it's to be careful with stuff.
When you're...
And that's not out of experience. That's just an abundance of caution. When you look at a book that's from 1952 that's worth more than you make in a year, I feel like you get respect for it.
Miguel, can you confirm which Shadow Man you are claiming on layaway? Is it going to be that 9.9 or what was the other grade?
9.8.
9.8, okay. I just couldn't remember. So let us know which one you were putting on layaway, and we'll get that taken care of for you. The 9.9.
The 9.9, really?
Yes, sir.
The highest graded copy in existence.
Then when you get a second, can you show A up close?
A is in near mint condition. I can just tell you that straight away. I know the camera doesn't really show you all the details, but this is the first issue. And yeah, certified near mint condition.
I got one offer for you. Would you do F and I together for 100? Comes out to well, actually, I got a claim on I. So let us know if you would like to make an offer on F or change your offer on F. But Dave's coming in for the what if on I.
Which one came in first, the offer or the claim on I?
I did have the offer. Depends on how you want to do it then.
I mean, you said the offer for F and I was 100.
100, yeah, it comes out to 130, but their offer is 100.
Yeah, I'm happy to make that deal.
Sweet. Then I'll get those. Oh, actually, it was the same person. I just misread it. Even better.
In the meantime, I'm going to put down the Amazing Spider-Man issue 269, Spider-Man versus Firelord, classic D-list villain. I love disrespecting Spider-Man villains. It's hilarious to me that Big Wheel has become like a meme now.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, I will stand in defense of Rocket Racer until the day I die. I've got another G.I. Joe, issue number 8 of G.I. Joe, the Marvel Comics G.I. Joe, obviously, here on F. And just to fill out I, we'll put down Metamorpho, the Element Man, who we actually saw in that hieroglyphics cover not too long ago. I'll tell you what, where's that Batman and the Outsiders? I'm going to make my own combo offer. I'm going to make deals with myself. This is what I'm going to do. All right. So Metamorpho is on this cover of Batman and the Outsiders, issue 17. We have this priced at $4. I've got this Metamorpho, the Element Man, issue number 9, marked at $12 in fine condition. I'll tell you what, I'll sell you both of these comics, these Metamorpho specials right here. 12 and 4. I'll sell you both of these for $14.
John Panta's picking up the ASM on E.
I'm about to make a new poster for that Metamorpho deal.
Share prize. What is the condition on G? It is fine condition.
Yeah. After all these years, my handwriting still makes me sad. Man, Challenge of the Unknown has been here for a hot minute. I kind of just stopped paying attention to it. That feels kind of bad. But I'm going to replace it anyway with issue 100, with the 175th issue of Superman. Superman issue 175. Yet another weird thing starring Lex Luthor Clark Kent's brother. I think it's very funny. $24 in a very good defined condition here on D. And
good night, Rhonda. Thanks for stopping by, checking out the show.
just because I like doing this stuff, we've got DC Action Comics issue 420, 420, featuring the Human Target and this bagpipe playing dude who has created a bigger, better Superman. I cannot wait after the show to Google this bagpipe playing dude to know what is going on. He looks vaguely like a new god, but I know at this point there's no way that's possible. He does have 4 arms. I don't know what the hell is going on, man, but I'm interested.
Here for it, yeah. We've got 10 till 10.
Well, it's probably just about time for last looks then. Since it is 10 till 10, I feel like we should highlight the winner of tonight's share prize, this beautiful Alpha War of the Bounty Hunters, Tommy Lee Edwards Ultimate Comics exclusive. Whole lot of words to wrap in there because it was shared and won by none other than Ed Weird von Bissenstein, whichever way you want to pronounce it, man. Congratulations, Ed Weird, taking home tonight's share prize.
We have other copies that are available on our website as well. If you guys are interested, you can message us here in the comments. I can add one to your order. What issue number is A and what is the condition?
Issue number 1 and near mint is what A is. So go ahead and take your last looks at these books because I'm about to start replacing things. Yeah, I'm sorry that you just asked about A just now because A is going to be the first one to go because I like going in order with last looks. So I'll tell you what, it's not going to be box necromancy because I'm not going to put it in the box. I'm going to leave it to the side. It'll be right here. If you want to talk more about Black issue 1, you can. We're going to bring it back. The first thing on Last Looks, surprising approximately nobody, is that full set of Old Man Logan. The full set, issues 66 to 72, plus the Giant, all first print, all main cover, all near mint. The first appearance of Old Man Logan, the first appearance of Old Hawkeye when he's just got 1 arm, the first appearance of Spider Bitch, like the Wasteland Spider-Man successor, the first Dinosaur Venom, the first whole bunch of stuff in the Mad Max Marvel Wasteland. Full set of Old Man Logan, $100. It's here on A.
Would you do that black number 1 for 20?
Half price, necromancy, yeah, sure.
All right. So under Randy.
Going to start all the way at the back of the box. Which I need to reposition this a little bit. Here we go. Let's get going proper.
Say, don't pull a Sienna and knock it off the table.
Yeah, I fixed this box. It was broken, and I put it back together. I actually just learned how to put these together because I had to buy a magazine box. And I didn't want to have a cardboard box. I wanted one of these because magazines are heavy, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, again, let me stop talking. Issue 353 of Batman for $16 here on B. We're really about to start cooking.
Would you do Old Man Logan for 70? You bid it 100?
I would not do it for 70. I feel like even budging on the $100 Old Man Logan feels bad.
Mm-hmm.
But if people are making offers, I'm obligated to make deals. I'm going to reprice it.
All right.
$90. $10 off. Last look special. Full Old Man Logan set. $90.
What issue number is E? That Action Comics.
Let's take a look. Oh, I should have remembered. It's issue 420.
Oh yeah, we did that
Oh,
whole
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Would you do? Let's see, I got a couple offers and. Oh, well, I got people that are competing on the same book. So the highest bid right now is 14 on B. The Batman.
Oh, nice. We did just put that up for last look. So 14 is the highest bid. 14 it is.
All right. So Ben Davis got the highest bid on that. Barry Kaplan says 90 is a deal for Old Man Logan.
It's an unbelievable deal.
It really is.
It's nuts. If I hadn't literally bought that Green Lantern slab a couple shows ago, that would be coming home with me. But I really, really love the Green Lantern, like splitting into the different emotional spectrum.
Me too. That's one of my favorites.
It's my favorite thing. I love Larfleeze. I know that's a weird character to love, but I love Larfleeze. Anyway, we're gonna keep going with last looks. I still have that trade paperback of the Federal Bureau of Physics. I was talking about this. It's weird. The art style is absolutely nuts and very pretty to look at. Let me find a good page of Federal Bureau of Physics. Yeah, there we go. We got homies in the quantum realms trying to put reality back together brick by brick. Federal Bureau of Physics is a fun read. Trade paperback. That's just $7. That's cool.
Would you do E for 3? You have it at 6 for John Lucio.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Barry Kaplan's picking up that Old Man Logan set.
You know why that's great?
Why is that?
Because
great?
I have 2 of them.
No, really?
I have 2 of those, and they're both $90. No takebacks.
All right.
If you want to pick up an Old Man Logan set, you can have an Old Man Logan set for $90. Just like, who is it? Barry?
Yeah, Barry's got that first one.
Just like Barry does. Because that Sonic movie came out, we're going to put down this Tails comic for just $24. Sonic the Hedgehog's pal, Tails.
Would you do B for 4? You have it at 7.
I absolutely would. I want someone other than me to read this damn book.
What issue is on D?
D is issue 175 of Superman in very good to fine condition. On B, I'll be replacing it with this variant edition of Secret Wars Marvel Infinity Gauntlet, specifically with that Riri Nova Corps variant cover. We did sell one of those earlier, so that price is fixed. The Garth Ennis Punisher War Journal is going to get replaced down here. If somebody still wants that Superman, I'm going to put it by the box.
It's just number 1 for Tails. It's not a set.
Yeah, it's not a set. That Batman Punisher team up is still here, presumably with Azrael, but we never really checked. I'm sure it is, though.
Yeah,
that costume is a dead giveaway. The first issue of Superboy down here on F. A 4-issue set of Magic, featuring the origin of Magic and Magic's descent into madness and villainy as Darkchild.
Would you do D for 4? You have it at 8. It's that Marvel Knights Punisher.
Yeah, okay, sure. Should have asked for 6, but you can't always get what you want. I mean, unless you watch it with Lasco and you offer me $4. No, what are you saying?
I was saying we do have a second copy of the set on A. So one's going to Barry. We got one more available.
That price is fixed now, locked in. As $100 should have been, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring this back. The 12th issue of Philadelphia, and specifically the Todd McFarlane cover. Dan walked all the way over here to put it on H, but B was open the whole time. The Sea Bear and Grizzly Shark. What?
Yes.
Sea Bear and Grizzly Shark is back. It's the second printing. It's a low print run. This comic is weird and wild. If you want to get weird and wild, pick it up.
All right. Ben Davis is picking up our other Old Man Logan set.
Congratulations, Ben And Barry, you have acquired the best deal of the night and possibly the best deal I will ever sell on this show. Tune in next time to Crazy Victor's Comic Shop, where we see exactly how low I'm willing to go. Welcome to the freaking limbo zone, dog.
Would you do E for 5? You have it at 8 for Noah.
Sure, I don't care anymore. Nothing matters. I'm gonna put down this Ed Brubaker Catwoman on E. You want it for 50 cents? That's not true, actually. That's
We don't do cents.
No,
We
that's
don't.
100% $4. That's a joke. Just being dramatic. I'm prone to being dramatic. Ask my wife. I do want this Adam Strange to come back. This Mystery in Space issue 91. Mostly because I'm getting kind of into Adam Strange these days, and A is open. So that just makes sense to me. This first issue of Mother Panic, that convention exclusive, that signed copy, is back and still available in near mint condition. $25 for it to boot. We'll put that down here on I.
Would you do E for 2? You have it at 4 for Rick Walker.
I would. You know, it is last looks, and I feel like I should bring them back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Naomi's. So let me make sure that I put them in order. So, the DC Comics character Naomi, a sort of Elseworlds where the ozone layer is giving people powers. I have the first, the second, and third printings of the first issue of Naomi. Naomi has a TV show on the CW. If you're interested in any of these Naomi slabs, let Dan know. Dan will in turn let me know. Then these slabs can become your slabs.
Yeah. And remember, be specific so we know which one.
Ooh.
Would you do that Mother Panic on I for 18? You have it at 25. I think we said 20 before.
Yeah, we did say flat 20. I'm going to stay with flat 20.
All right.
20 on the Mother Panic.
Yes, let us know if 20 works on I.
I kind of made like a joking clap your hands if you believe earlier. I'm kind of going to do that again. Yo, help me. Help me, please.
Help me.
Dark Horse Aliens 1 through 4, full set. Dark Horse Aliens Earth War 1 through 4, full set. $20, $12. 8 comics. Make me a combo offer. Do something that prevents me from buying those books. I already own them in like the Dark Horse Omnibus trade paperback format. I will take those books home. I can't afford that right now, so you should do that. And in the meantime, I'm going to swap out B for Shadow of the Bat, the first appearance of Victor's ass. I will be covered in scars if I spend another $40 here tonight.
And then that Philadelphia on D is a McFarlane variant.
It is indeed. On C, I'm going to replace Tails with the local comic book day variant, the limited to just 1,000 Mike. Man, I can't read this writing, Jeremy. Diodato is what it looks like. Mike Diodato Jr. It is a New Mutants variant cover. It was one of our preview books, and it is $200. As with all things on God's green earth, make me an offer.
Would you do G for 55? You have it at 60.
I would. That sounds like a completely fair deal.
Would you do B for 2? You have it at 4.
That also sounds like a fair deal.
All right, Magic's going to Justin Harrington, and then Ben Davis is taking that Shadow of the Bat.
Well, that opens up 2 slots, which is just fine for me, because I would like to put down issue 94 of House of Secrets, because that cover is nuts. It's really creepy. The painting, the weird top hat, man, it's just getting to me a little bit, dude. And I'll put down that Superman Speeding Bullet for just $8. That Elseworld story where Clark Kent is not Clark Kent. He is instead Bruce Wayne. but he's still Kryptonian. His parents still die, and everything is really bad. All the original DC Elseworlds are so dark.
Yeah, really. Edward is taking that Mother Panic for 20.
Cool.
Then
I'll replace it with the first appearance of Multiple Man here in the Giant Size Fantastic Four. We do love first appearances, don't we, folks?
we do. Which Naomi slab are you asking for 40? You want to show them again real quick, just so
Yeah, sure. I can pull them back up.
Appreciate it.
I've got the variant cover, first printing, second printing, and third printing.
David Fitz said he just read Speeding Bolts this week for the first time. Great story. Definitely recommend it.
You hear that, Dan? You hear how good it is?
I know.
I will put up the first 3 issues of Animosity, a comic that is practically guaranteed to be optioned at some point. $24 for the 3.
Stephen Collins asking if you do the first print for 40 for the Naomi.
I'll do the first print for 50. $10 off.
All right. Stephen, let us know if 50 works for you.
I'll put up this Tomb of Dracula. Down here. No, aliens, you have to stay. Someone buy that alien. I'll do the shark thing. I'll replace that.
Miguel is putting back the Shadow Man 99. So if you want to show this off, that is available. Again, layaway is always an option. 6 months to pay off, 10% down, 15 a month for 16. Wow. 6 months.
I'm going to put the first appearance of Jubilee here in Uncanny X-Men 244 down.
Would you do H for 5? You have it at 10 for Edward.
Yeah, sure. Ed won tonight's share price. I feel like he deserves a little bit of a discount on Tomb of Dracula. The 99 Shadow Man is back in play. $400. You can put it on layaway. It is an Ultimate Comics exclusive, so that price is fixed. However, you can assuage your doubts by knowing that this is the highest graded copy in existence. No 10s, 199. This is it. And it's a Clayton Crane cover. And people like Clayton Crane. Now that I'm looking at Shadow Man, I can totally see the Voodoo Guardian aspect of this. I feel like that might be the next Valiant that I read, honestly.
Nice. We still have the Infinity Gauntlet re-recover available, right?
We do. Is somebody interested in the Infinity Gauntlet re-recover?
Yeah, we got a question about it. How much was it going for?
Let me take a second to locate it.
Yeah, no worries.
It wasn't that long ago. Yeah, $45. Near mint, obviously.
All right, John, we have it $45. We can't take an offer because we already sold one. Let us know if you'd like to pick one up.
That is true.
What grade again was that Naomi first print?
The first print Naomi is the variant cover. It is a 9.6.
Yeah, it is a 9.6, Steve. And
The second printing at $100 is a 9.8.
would you do Speeding Bullets for 4? I think we had it at 8.
Dan, what's your offer on Speeding Bolts?
Don't worry about me.
Yeah, you got
All right. Scooped.
it.
What is on A?
Ooh, nice. A is some Adam Strange action. Mystery in Space, issue 91. Condition check. It is fine to very fine.
What is the grade on G? G is fine minus.
Thank you, Dan.
Well,
I'm going to bring back
fell out of the chair.
a couple interesting things. I'll let it linger for a while. We'll bring both of these Invincible team-ups back simultaneously. Invincible and the Tick, as well as Invincible and Spider-Man.
John Favre's picking up that other Infinity Gauntlet variant we had.
Cool.
Would you do... Let me find my letters again. E, F, and G all together for 60.
E, F, and G all together for 60. You know what? Yes. Yes, I would. You're getting Earth War for free, and that's just fine by me, because now I will not buy this. Thank you very much.
And would you 25 on A? You have it at 42.
25 is a little too low. I do want to cut somewhat of a deal, though. If it's at 42 and you offer 25, let's hit 36. $36. $36 for this Adam Strange.
Feel free to make us an offer on the New Mutants if you would like. You said 36 for the mystery.
I did.
All right. So let's know if 36 works for you. No worries, Steven. Thanks for letting us know. And if we're going through last looks now, Noah, so everything that's going up now, it's not going to be new books. It's going to be things that went up earlier in the show and did not sell. There might be some Batman in there. I don't actually remember. So maybe.
We've actually gone through most of the Batman that we showed.
Okay.
Already.
We got a counter offer. Let me make sure it's not the same real quick. On A. Oh, we got a counter offer on A for a flat 30.
What did I say? 38?
36.
36? Tell you what, man, $10 off. 32. I feel like 32 is an excellent compromise.
So let's know if 32 works for you, Brandon. Would you do C for 100? You have it at 200.
I would not.
Brandon Kern says 32 works on A.
All right. I've been thinking of a counter offer for C. 150 is still a little bit too low. Let me make sure this is in as good a shape as I know it is. Oh yeah, dude, absolutely. This was limited to just 1,000. I'll knock it down to 180. That's where we can sit for a second. I'm going to put that set of Fool Killer back up, all 10 issues worth, the second iteration of Fool Killer. Put up that first Guardians of the Galaxy first appearance of Taserface. Going to put up that Hex. Jonah Hex, but Judge Dredd / Mad Max in the future.
William, let us know if 180 works for that New Mutants.
Put up this Howard the Duck #1, the 1 in 25 variant, the first appearance of Gwenpool, no less, who would go on to star in a bunch of different series and have lots of appearances, as Deadpool-based characters tend to do. And our final, last look, tonight's big boy book. What's going to get knocked off? Animosity is going to get knocked off.
Gene, just to confirm, if we don't take offers on layaway, so if you want to do C on layaway, it will have to be at the full 200 price. So let us know if that's still okay with you. Would you do E for 16? You have it at 24.
Let me take a look at what exactly E is.
No worries.
16. I'll do it for, I'll meet you literally halfway. $20. I have 2 copies of Guardians of the Galaxy. It's just one is in not as good condition. So if you just want the issue, if that's something that you're looking for / interested in, this is in near mint condition. This is in very fine condition and is $12. So, yeah. Tell you what, I'll take Fool Killer down and just leave that up so you know it's an option. I feel like Fool Killer is not that particularly likely to sell, unfortunately.
All right. So let me make sure that I got the right. I got comments are going through, so just make sure I get the right one. Ben Davis said 20 is good for that Guardians of the Galaxy near mint. Is that what you're offering?
Yes.
Sweet. And then, so Ben Davis is getting the near mint copy. Justin's taking Guardians on A.
All right. Excellent.
Got a couple more here. I'm just trying to
No, it's fine.
catch back up. Would you do F for 2 for Brandon Curran?
Hell yeah. Mostly because I want someone to read X.
Same, actually.
Yeah. I want you to come back to the live show and tell me what you thought.
Stephen Collins countering on that Naomi again. I think you said 50.
I did say 50.
He's countering 45. And then Gene is taking the New Mutants on C on layaway at full price.
Okay. All right, Gene. Honestly, I hope you get it slabbed. Like that's really what you should do with that. All right. 45 for Naomi #1. You know what, Maine? You got it. I'm not worried. Let's go.
All right. Stephen Collin, you're getting that. Superman 170 did sell. Gene says, "Oh, I will get that slab."
Hell yeah, brother. Here, you're gonna need that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Actually, no, wait. That belongs to fucking Shadow Man. No, you can't have that. This is mine, actually.
What is on D?
D. Let me make sure I get the issue number. The 5th issue of Combat, an Atlas Comics publication. Atlas, before Marvel was Marvel. It is a cover by Russ Heath. This comic is from 1952, so it's pre-code, and it's in pretty good shape for something from 1952. It's in very good to fine condition, which is why it's $225. That's ungraded, though. You could get it clean, pressed, and graded, and potentially end up with something very special. Not saying that isn't special, but
yeah,
you know what I mean.
The other Naomi slabs are available.
They are available.
Tails did not sell. Stephen Collins says thank you. He appreciates it.
I mean, I can pull Tails back up. That's not a problem. Which slots are open? C's open. Ooh. And I'll put the other Naomi slabs up. I mean, if you want to go hard in the paint, I mean, I'll put the #1 up here on E. And I'll put the #1 third printing. So second and third printing, 9.8, 9.6 respectively. However, in the back, I have issues 2 and 3 also slabbed. I didn't put these up because I wanted to see how the first issue sold. But yeah, we have issues 2 and 3, 9.6, 9.8, in addition to the second and third printings of the first issue. I mean, this is the most last look of all time. Naomi keeps coming back. I mean, folks are asking questions. If you're interested in this, again, I understand why. That CW TV show, if they do another crossover thing like they did with the Flashpoint stuff,
oh, for sure,
I could easily see this being something, because that increases her prospects to show up in movies and stuff. So yeah. I'm just going to hold on to these issues 2 and 3, though, behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
But just so you know that they're here, I guess.
Would you do Tails for 15? I think we had it at like, oh, it's right there. 24.
Yeah, sure. Tails from 15,
Sweet.
fine by me.
All right, David Fitz, let's go into you. Would you do F for 35? Give it at 60 for Ralph.
I would not.
Oh, and then I had one more. Would you do the team up on I for 100 for Brock? Give it at 125.
You know? Yeah, sure. Raw comic, near man minus. That's fair.
Sweet.
All right, sports fans, how we feeling?
I got a counter offer of F for, or sorry, 40 for F.
That is lower than the original offer.
I'm all caught up right now. I'm just a little tough.
No, that's fair.
Excuse me.
Well, I'm probably going to start winding things down then.
Sounds good.
Unless someone has something to say about the first appearance of Gwenpool, Combat number 5, or the 9.9 Ultimate Comics Clayton Crane Shadow Man. I feel like that just about does it for us here tonight at the Ultimate Comics Live Show. As always, it's been a pleasure. I've had a lot of fun hanging out, slinging comic books, looking through all this stuff. I'm super glad someone bought that Alien.
Oh, for real, yeah.
I'm going to 100% Google Sea Bear and Grizzly Shark because I need to know.
Would you do G for 99? You have it at 125.
I like 99. Hell yeah, brother. Especially since I was in the middle of my sign-off. Caught me. I feel like the theme of my Ultimate Comic shows is necromancy. We're bringing books back from the dead constantly.
We're not able to do F for $40, Ralph.
Yeah. Let me put an offer together. I understand that you want that deal. That's 60.
Do you still have
50.
Batman 255?
Let me go look for that, and then I'll get back to you on this. Batman 255.
It was one of those 100-page giants.
You sure don't want this Buona Beast? I got that. Every time I flip through this, that Buona Beast keeps popping up, and it's made me laugh every time.
I looked him up while you put him up the first time. I saw he was in one of the Batman cartoons. That's amazing.
$255 was the 100-page special. It is the Andrew Lupus.
That's right.
Yes,
yeah.
that is still here. All right. So in the spirit of offering $40 for Naomi, I'll tell you what. 80, 90. Yeah. I will make a deal where I will sell you all 3 slabs for 120.
Shoot.
That is what I will do.
That's solid.
All 3 slabs for $120.
Would you do C for 28? That's that Batman we just dug out.
I'll do it for a flat 30.
All right, William, let us know if 30 works for you. Do we still have that Wolverine set? I believe so. The 11
Yes, yes, we do. I actually just saw that flipping through this. Or at least I thought I did. Damn. Where'd you go, man? There we are. The 11 to 16 set, I
Yes.
assume. Yep. I got that. I can put this down here on G.
And then what's the condition on the Batman on C?
Fine. It's in
Fine.
fine condition.
All right, and then again, William, just let us know if 30 works for you on Batman on C.
I'm going to leave that 123 slabbed issues in Naomi offer open to anybody that wants it.
Would you do...
That is not a personal thing. That is just extended to anybody still with us. Yo, how many people are still on the stream?
18.
Shout out to the real ones. Out here at what? 10:30 on the Older College live show. I'm just going to pretend that the 18 people that are here are just like Victor fans. It's like, oh man, I just can't get enough of that Spider-Man shirt.
Probably. I think that's what it is. Would you do... Okay, so William says he'll do C for 30.
Okay.
Would you do the Wolverine set for 30? You have it at 40.
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
All right, let's go into Corey Fisher.
Nobody wants to talk about combat, huh? It's fair. The war took a lot from all of
I
us.
was about to say. I was like, this guy, yeah, and this sounds like it's going somewhere.
Yeah. All right, I got that Naomi superset slab offer.
Yeah, that's
It's nuts.
Deal of the
It's
night.
fucking stupid. The Shadow Man, I feel like we've beat that to death. We got the gaps on the board. I'm gonna go ahead and start saying goodbye again. If you have any final thoughts, offers, requests, box necromancy, now is the time to cast your spells and make it happen.
Do we still have that Superman where he was like Lex Luthor's son?
I believe I do.
I can't remember if that one.
Where Lex Luthor was his brother, or where he was Lex Luthor's son?
Son. It looks like is what they're asking.
I actually think we might have sold that.
Yeah, I just don't know what the issue number was, so I just don't remember. And then the Batman, where he was with Two-Face from the helicopter.
Oh yeah, I got that still.
All right.
I'll put that here on C.
So Brandon, there's and Bawana.
Does somebody want the Buona Beast?
Someone asked for Bawana.
Hey, I'll go pull that back out. Of course, now that I'm looking for it.
Yeah, naturally.
Now the comment that keeps popping up is that Abe Lincoln, Challenger of the Unknown, or no, not Challenger of the Unknown, the Unexpected. There we go. Here's that Buona Beast. Put that Buona Beast right here on G.
Would you do Batman on C for 25? You would at 32.
I'll do it for 27.
All right. Let us know if 27 works for you.
Superman, Lex Luthor, son. I do think we sold it. I'm just flipping for fun.
So Ben Davis says that 27 works.
Okay. Yeah, we sold that Superman.
All right. And then Detective 397.
Asking for 397.
Yeah. G is very good minus. Detective Comics 397. I don't think we had this one tonight.
What is it?
Batman and Batgirl.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, I have a line. Don't listen to me.
Let me put that back up. Mention one more time, Naomi Superset, $120, 3 slabs worth of stuff. It's the third printing plus the second printing of the third, and the first printing of 2. 50, 50, 60, all three of them, 120, can be yours on this fine evening.
Would you do C for 60? You have it at 75.
Sure.
Great.
All right, I'm putting Shadow Man back in the bag. That's part of my official sign off. We're going to put the Ultimate Comics Shadow Man that is honestly either destined for some Shadow Man head to pick up or to become like an eternal trophy. Because 9.9 simply do not have it.
Yeah, for real. Would you do combat for 150?
I can do combat. I can do combat for 185. 185 on combat.
Dave, let us know if 185 works for you. Would you do G for 28? You have it at 50 for Bawana Beast.
28.
Yes, sir.
I'll do it for 38.
All right, Brandon, let us know if 38 works for you for that Bawana Beast. Otherwise, we got a great show, cool dudes. Have a great night and weekend. Be safe. You guys are awesome. Thanks. You guys are truly diehards. Awesome show. So we're gotten a lot of
I love all the
compliments.
love. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Look forward to hosting next time. I'm gonna let those offers kind of finalize, but yeah, I think we might be just about done here. I was saying, as always, it's been a pleasure, just because I like to say that when I sign off of stuff. But not to get too savvy like Tarny, but it is fun to do this. I have a good time. I hope that y'all have a good time too. That's part of why I like making deals, like giving people what they want, baby. 100%. It's what I'm out here to do.
We got a counter offer on Bawana Beast. Did you do 35?
Yeah, man. Okay.
All right, let's go into Brandon. You want to say Bawana Man?
Oh, boy, man.
Bawana Man.
All right. That wraps me up. I will see you relatively soon, whenever the next time I host is. Will be. It doesn't really matter. It's pretty late for your boy. I wake up early. So yeah, I'll see you next time.
Yeah, and then Dave, I'll keep this open for a little bit while it's running the outro, see if you respond. And he just responded. All right, so Dave's taking combat on D for 185.
Oh, nice.
That was the last thing I was waiting on.
Hell yeah. Excellent show all around. Appreciate each and every one of you. I'll see you soon. And I'm going to wear a Star Wars comic shirt next time. It's even cooler than this one.
All right. Have a good night, guys. Bye.